You're listening to Wildcat Radio Extreme Outdoors Coaches Show. Well, he's going to give it to Page straight up the middle. And
Welcome to Baker High Wildcats football. And now, Baker High Wildcats football.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Friday night, Baker County High School football, right here on WFBB 97.5. Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker, bringing you all the action, Baker County Wildcat football 2022. And tonight we are coming to you live from Andrew Jackson High School, right over here on North Main Street in Jacksonville, Florida. Sun coming down to our west. Beautiful night for football here. Temperature's been great this week, and big crowd of Wildcat fans on hand to see this football game between the Jackson Tigers and the Baker County Wildcats. Wildcats got a win last week against Julie, 31-30, sitting us up at 2-1 in district play. The Wildcats 5-2 on the season, going to take on Andrew Jackson, a 6-1 football team here tonight. Should be a dandy of a football game. This game is not a district contest, but should be a good football game between these two football teams. I'm excited to call it tonight here from Andrew Jackson. We haven't been here in several years. Jackson, if you recall, was in our district back in the late 2000s. We had some classic matchups with them back at the time, but tonight, a 6-1 Jackson team, they've been rolling. They lost first game of the year to Brunswick, and since that time, they've won 6 in a row. 6 wins against 1 loss. The Wildcats also in good shape, 5-2 overall, sitting in good shape for a state playoff opportunity this year. We'll talk about that during halftime tonight, but the Wildcats in pretty good shape overall. And just looking to get healthy for the stretch run. The Wildcats have 3 games remaining in the season. Tonight at Andrew Jackson, next week back at home for homecoming against Fernandina Beach, and then on the road for the last game of the year down in Wesley Chapel, Florida, a little bit north of Tampa. So those are the 3 games remaining, 2 road games for the Wildcats to close out the season. Looking forward to a good ball game tonight. The sun is about to set on the west side of the stadium, and that'll give us a chance to be able to see because the sun's been right in my eyes all afternoon. But a little bit earlier kick here tonight than normal, 6:30 kick for Duval County football games. And so we'll be on the air a little bit earlier. So we'll come back in a moment to get you set for the game, kickoff, and everything else associated with tonight's ball game right here on WFBB. We're going to take about a 3-minute break for the national anthem, and we'll be back with more Wildcat football on WFBB 97.5.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
Since 1967, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has had the goal to acquire customers and maintain their complete satisfaction throughout the business relationship. Located in McClenny with almost 60 years of serving the McClenny area, excellence has been their hallmark. Did you know that now Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning also carries Amana products? Amana has been known since 1934 as having some of the most reliable and dependable heating and air conditioning systems in the business. If you're struggling with who to call for your air conditioning service, give them a call. Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546. That's 259-6546.
And we welcome you back here to Andrew Jackson High School. Andrew Jackson, located on the north side of Jacksonville, Florida, right over here on North Main Street, not far away from downtown Jacksonville, if you want to look at it that way. Sun setting in the west. The Wildcat captains have gone to the middle of the field. We've got number 5, Josh Holmes, who had such a great game last week for these Wildcats, and number 13, Orlando Holland, who equally had a great game for these Cats last week. Orlando Holland was all over the field in that 31-30 comeback victory for the Cats last week at Yulee. Again, this game will kick off a little bit earlier than normal. Duval County, 6:30 p.m. for kickoffs in Duval County, and so Andrew Jackson getting ready to host these Wildcats. I mentioned earlier, Andrew Jackson 6-1 on the year. They've won 6 games in a row. The Wildcats come in 5-2 with a 2-1 record in district play. This is not a district game, but should be a fantastic ball game. So sit back, keep the radio right there. You heard during the break Pastor Chaz Rowland from Glen Baptist Church tell you that the 97.5 FM is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church, and we want to thank them for allowing Wildcat football to be on the air continuously every year. Wildcat football has been such a staple in our community, and hopefully, we've got a lot of folks listening in tonight. The Wildcats won the toss. Looks like we're going to receive. The Wildcats wearing all white tonight. White pants, white jerseys trimmed in red numbers with the black helmets. Andrew Jackson with the white pants and the red jerseys tonight and the white helmets. So a lot of red and white on the field tonight for both teams. Jackson Tigers, historically, this place down here on Main Street has seen some good football over the years, and I'll tell you, it's a beautiful environment for football here, and it's a beautiful night for football. Temperature probably in the low to mid-60s right now about kickoff. Not a lot of wind to talk about, and the sun about to set on the far sideline. So Wildcats are going to have to contain the ground attack. Jackson will look to run the football, and they'll look to run the football often. The Wildcats have been good against the run this year, and were able to limit Yulee last week. But they did score 30 points, and we had to come back and get on top of them 31-30. I want to say hello to my partner, Jackie Baker. He's on the road tonight. He's going to be in North Carolina, I believe, heading to a baseball tournament with his son, Ace. So, Jackie, if you're listening in, hello. All the Wildcat fans here say they miss you. And some of them even said that they would take your spot on the radio, but I didn't take that chance. So the Wildcats are going to send Cam Smith and Davion Dean back to return the kick. Cam to the near side, Davion to the far side. Ball teed up on the 40. The Wildcats will move right to left across your radio dial. I wonder how many people still have a radio dial in their car, but you know what I'm talking about. But if you did, it would move right to left across your radio dial, and hopefully one of these guys will get a chance to return the kick tonight. Davion Dean last week on a couple of kickoffs almost broke them. Took him to the house, a couple of big returns for Davion last week. He had a great game. Try to get him the ball more is something Coach Mays talked about this week in the Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show. Want to try to get him the football a little bit more on the offensive side. He's been doing a great job on the defensive side. Cam Smith switched over, played dual effort last week on the defensive side and the offensive side, and Cam had a pick-6 interception. Davion Dean's going to return it. He takes it at the 15, comes out across the 30-yard line, and brings it all the way to the Wildcat sideline and almost gets to the 40-yard line where the Wildcats will start with good field position. So good return for Davion. Wildcats going to send out the offense now. Looks like Blake Mays will start at quarterback. Kanias Williams, number 9, checks back into the game. He missed last week's game, but he's back in there tonight along with Cam Smith, 1 and 9 in the backfield. Davion Dean, Josh Holmes are 2 receivers at the top of the field, and Silas Roden here on the near side. So 3 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield, and the Wildcats will start at our 37-yard line. First down and 10. First play of the ball game. Here we go. Wildcats. Mays hands the ball off. Cam Smith got it, and he's got a hole. 45-50. Cam Smith, 45-40. 35-30. Cam Smith trying to get away from a couple of Jackson defenders and goes down at the 25 of Jackson. So on the first play of the game, Cam Smith explodes for 38 yards all the way to the Jackson 25-yard line. Big hole, opened up. Cam saw the opportunity, took it, cut back right about the 40-yard line, and a huge gain for Cam Smith. He's going to get the carry on play number 2, first down from the 25, and he's going to be brought down by the face mask in the backfield. That's going to be a 15-yarder against Jackson, but another flag in the middle of the field might be holding against the Wildcats, so if that's the case, these two will offset. Two flags on the play. 11:25 to go first quarter, just underway from Jackson High School. Wildcats of Baker County, a 5-2 football team doing battle with the Jackson Tigers, 6-1. And like I said, it is holding on the play, and we're going to have offsetting penalties here, so we're going to replay first down. Take it back to the 25 and do it over. Good thing, because Cam Smith was going nowhere. He would have lost 5 yards on that play, but the defender grabbed his face mask and pulled him down, and the official standing right there threw the flag. So first down and 10 from the 25-yard line of Jackson. Good run on first down by Cam Smith. Got the Wildcats in position here. Mays is the quarterback. He's got Williams to his left and Cam Smith to his right. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. 3 receivers set. Mays takes the ball, hands it off to Cam Smith. He's picking his way down inside the 25, down close to the 21, and he might have gotten the 20-yard line. A 4-yard gain on first down for Cam Smith again here. 2 runs for Cam so far. 38 yards on that first carry. Picks up about 4 here, so he's already got 40 yards in 2 carries. Should be a good ball game here tonight. Jackson going to run the football. Wildcat defensive front has done a nice job against the run this year. Wildcats are going to move here on first down, and we're going to lose that yardage that we gained on first down on a penalty here. That was one thing Coach Mays stressed with me this week as we talked on the Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show this past Monday night. We got to eliminate some penalties, and early on the Cats have already seen 2 flags fly against them. One of them didn't count because it was offsetting, but this one will, 5 yards back, and so instead of 2nd and 6, the Wildcats have 2nd and 11. Tough spot to be in when you lose yards and you had a good positive first down. Mays now with just Cam Smith in the backfield, sends Roden in motion. Cam Smith's got the carry. He's going to be inside the 25. Cam Smith down inside the 20, and Cam Smith fights toward the first down, and he might have it. Good hard run to the left sideline that time, the short side of the field, or we call it the weak side. And Cam right on the 15-yard line, but they're going to say it's third down and half a yard. Third down, half a yard. He was just shy of the 15-yard line, so Cats need half a yard here. Mays is going to fake it to Cam, and he's going to keep it and get the first down and get out of bounds. Little zone replay there for the quarterback, Mays, and fakes the handoff to Smith, keeps it himself, comes to the near sideline, gets out of bounds right at the 14-yard line. So he picks up 2 yards, but most importantly got the first down there. 9:32 to go, first quarter, just underway here from Andrew Jackson High School, the Jackson Tigers doing battle. Good crowd on hand. Beautiful night for football. This is absolutely football weather. And you can spot the Floridians because some of the folks here have bundled up in their warmest clothes from their closet, waiting to wear them all year long. Pass to the right side is going to be caught over there. Josh Holmes makes the catch, and he tries to get upfield looking for a block. Through the pass to the right side on first down here. Holmes makes the catch. Going to pick up good yardage, about 5 yards on first down, sets up a second down and 5. Cats can get a first down inside the 5-yard line, about the 3-yard line. They're going to send Josh off the field. He lost his helmet, so Kanias Williams comes back in to replace Josh Holmes. Clock running under 9 minutes to go, just underway. First possession of the ball game for either team. Wildcats had the ball first. We won the toss and elected to take the football. Second down 5. Mays takes the snap, going to give it to Kanias Williams, and Kanias is going to be bottled up in the middle there. Maybe a gain of 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a third down. Not much room there as Williams was stuffed. Might have gotten 1. Third down and 4. Cats taking a little while to get the play calls in tonight. Third down and 4. Cats need to get inside the 5 for the first down. Mays in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield. He's got Williams and Smith in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left. Going to give the ball to, he fakes it to Cam Smith, and Mays keeps it himself and runs down near the 5-yard line. I think he's going to be short of the first down. We'll have to check. Zone read play at the line of scrimmage, and Blake Mays has picked up the first down for the Cats. He's inside the 5-yard line. First down now. First down and goal. Cats with the football trying to put a drive together on the first possession of the game. Last week, it was big plays, always big plays that we scored on last week. And this week, the Wildcats trying to put together, engineer a drive here to open the game. Timeout on the field. Jackson calls the first timeout of the game. We'll keep it here during the timeout. Wildcats facing a first and goal. Impressive drive so far. It's been pretty much Cam Smith for most of the yardage, but Blake Mays did pick up a couple of first downs on third down and short plays as he ran some zone read plays, picked up a couple of yards back up the field to pick up a first down a few moments ago, and now gets this one on third down inside the 10. So the Wildcats now first and goal. Be a good opportunity for the Wildcats to make a statement early in this football game against these Tigers. Tough Jackson Tiger football team. 6-1 on the year. I mentioned they've won 6 games in a row. Hosting the Wildcats here tonight. Wildcats come back on the field after the timeout here. 8:08 to go, first quarter. No score. Just underway. Mays in the shotgun. First down and goal from inside the 5. Blake Mays takes the snap, fumbles the football, and now Blake's going to have to jump on it. Inside the 10, it looked like just a bad exchange between himself and Cam Smith. They were running the zone read, so sometimes that quarterback just wants to kind of carry it with him, and they lost the football. So we're going to lose about 5 yards on the play all the way back out to the 9. Second down and goal from the 9. That play never had a chance. I think Jackson had it sniffed out pretty good, and then the fumble on top of it. But fortunately, the Wildcats able to jump back on top of it. Mays going to give the ball to Cam Smith, running to the left side. Cam Smith stumbles just a little bit. He's inside the 10. He's going to get to the 5. He's going to get the corner, and Cam Smith's going to go into the end zone for the touchdown. Cam Smith beat the edge to the corner that time, and he even slipped down on the way there and still able to beat the defender to the corner. And the Wildcats on the board first here, 7:26 to go. First quarter, a 6-0 Wildcat lead, and Blake Mays will try to add the extra point. 7:26 to go. Wildcats score first. That's what you like to see early on. If Jackie was here, I would say, what would Larry Birkins say? And I'll just say, Larry Birkins would say, come on, just come on. Larry Birkins touchdown. Blake May is going to attempt the extra point. He's going to pull it to the left side, and it's going to be good. I guess he got it through the left upright. It was not the prettiest kick in the world, but it got through there. Wildcats score first. It's going to be 7-0 with 7:26 to go here in the first quarter. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Seven nothing lead for the Wildcats just underway here. 7:26 to go in the first quarter. The Wildcats doing battle with the Tigers from Andrew Jackson High School here on the north side of town. Mike Cruz, normally joined by Jackie Baker, who's on the road tonight. Jackie, we miss you over here tonight. I hope you're listening in. He told me he was going to be listening in, so if he is, they're heading up there so that his son Ace can play in a baseball tournament this weekend. And so we wish Ace all the best in the baseball tournament. Hit a home run. First down play for Jackson after Blake Mays booted that one to the end zone for a touchback from the 20-yard line. They send one man in motion, going to run it straight through the middle of this Wildcat defense, and the Wildcat defense says, no, you're not, and we step them right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Maybe. Second down and 9, 21-yard line for the Tigers. They came out sending a lot of guys, almost like a little wing T formation. Tigers running here early on, but you're going to see some motion, you're going to see some misdirection, but mostly they're going to run the football. Second down 9, 21-yard line. They split 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. One back in the backfield. Now he goes in motion. They're going to swing it to him on a little swing pass over there. Flag down on the play right at the tackler. We'll check the flag. He got out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play. But check the flag. I'll say it again. The one thing Coach Mays emphasized when we talked this week, we have to reduce the number of penalties. And even though we got a touchdown earlier on, we had a couple of penalties against us that could have really cost us, and we're going to have another one here. Looks like a personal foul face mask against the Wildcats on that tackle. So he would have gotten to the 25. That would have set up a 3rd down and 5, but instead the personal foul face mask is going to give them the football all the way out to the 40-yard line, and that's a 1st down. So Jackson now in good shape after the face mask penalty on the Cats, and now that's 3 penalties against this Cat football team early on. 1st down and 10. They send a man in motion. Quarterback takes the snap, going to give it to him coming in motion. Hands it straight up the middle, and he's going to run it out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. 6-yard gain on 1st down. That's the play that resembles, it's not the wing tee, but it resembles a play you'd see in the wing tee. The receiver comes in motion, runs behind the quarterback, does a U-turn, comes back, gets the handoff this direction because you've got a couple of other guys in the backfield that are going different directions right after the snap. So it creates the illusion that somebody else might be getting the football or you might be going a different direction. That's what the wing tee is so good at. Same formation here on 2nd down, and they're going to give it to the fullback in the backfield. Orlando Hollins got him and brings him down right at the midfield marker, but that should be right at the stripe. Give them the 1st down maybe. 3rd down, nope, they're going to get the 1st down. Right at midfield, so they're going to spot it right there. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for Jackson. Trying to answer the Wildcats. The Wildcats went right down the field, mostly Cam Smith. A couple of big 1st down runs for Blake Mays in that zone read offense, setting the Wildcats up for the touchdown on their first possession. So the Cats on top 7-0. And now Jackson trying to answer back. They've got a first down at midfield. We've got a timeout on the field. Want to say hello to all the Wildcat fans listening in tonight. Sure, we've got a good crowd. I know I talked to my friend Oscar Gray this week. Want to give him a big shout out, Oscar Gray, listening in tonight. If you haven't had a chance to, you might want to as we get down toward the end of the season. Each and every Monday night, the dependable heating and air conditioning Wildcat Radio Coaches Show. We've had some good shows, and then we had a little bit of a break because we had a couple of weeks off there in the middle. But now it's going to be football every week down the stretch here, as the Wildcats will play at home next week, homecoming and senior night next Friday night at Memorial Stadium. Fernandina Beach will be there for us to take on. And then in the last game of the year, we'll play down in Wesley Chapel, just north of Tampa, for a road game for the final game. So just a couple of games left in this season, and then see where the Wildcats shake out in the playoffs. First down pass, they're going to throw it to the right side, and the Wildcats do a great job in coverage as Mekhi Mosley gets over and makes a shoestring tackle. The receiver cannot get upfield, and he picks up just half a yard, and it'll be 2nd down and 9. Wildcats expecting Jackson to keep a lot of things between the tackles tonight, run the football a lot. The passes that you've seen so far are just little swing passes, almost like a run. But the Cats that time did a great job getting out there, extending that line somewhat. Mekhi Mosley came up, made a big tackle. 2nd down 9, man goes in motion. Snap to the quarterback, going to run it straight ahead. Wildcats hit him at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to fall forward for a yard, maybe 2. Down inside the 50, down to the 47 of the Cats. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 8. Good tackle again for the Cats. That's number 8, Seth Brooks, the running back for Jackson. He gets tackled. They finally got close enough that I can read the numbers on their jerseys. High atop the stadium. Last week we joked because I said we were high atop it, but at Yulee, the stadium only went up about 6 rows. Here at Jackson, one of these older stadiums with the concrete, we're way up in the sky. 3rd down and 8. Quarterback gets the Wildcats to jump off sides with the hard count, and now the penalties continue to mount for these Wildcats. My goodness. That's four tough penalties early on against these Cats, and that one hurts because they had a 3rd down and 8, and now they're going to get a 3rd down and 3 after that 5-yard penalty. King Johnson, the quarterback for Jackson. He's got Brooks in the backfield with him as his only running back. Takes the snap, looking to throw on 3rd and 3. Under pressure, he's going to sling one to the left sideline over there, and it's going to be overthrown. Incomplete. Unable to make the catch. The receiver stuck his arms out, tried to get there. Good coverage by the Cats. I think that's Davion Dean over there in coverage. It'll be 4th down. Decision time now for Jackson, but I think it's 4-down territory. They sit at the 43 of the Wildcats, needing 3 yards for a first down. Nice coverage that time by Dean. He and the receiver are running stride for stride, and then the pass was a little bit overthrown. The receiver was the only guy that could have caught it, but out of his hands. So they try to get the Wildcats to jump on a hard count here. Johnson in the shotgun. One back in the backfield with him. Fourth down and 3. Quarterback's going to run it to the left. It's just the quarterback keeper. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to be inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. And gets all the way to the 35-yard line. That was just a straight quarterback keeper around the left end. And he found a block, found a hole, got through there, got to the 35-yard line, and they got a first down. From the 35-yard line now, Jackson, 3:54 to go first quarter. Only the second possession of the game. Wildcats took the first one, marched down the field, 62-yard drive, mostly behind Cam Smith. Got a touchdown at 7-0. Now Jackson trying to get a drive of their own together. Several guys moving around here before they set. Now the quarterback, Johnson, sends a man in motion. 1st and 10 from the 35. Johnson going to give the ball to Brooks, running up the middle. Wildcats going to cut him down after a gain of 3. trying to get to the left side over there, and one of the Cats came up and got a big tackle. I think that was Chestnut on the tackle. It's going to be a second down now. Second down, call it 7. 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Quiet here, but it's not. It's really not quiet. Wildcat fans just kind of sitting on their hands here. Second down play, second down, call it 7. Going to give it to Brooks again. He's running left side. Brooks is going to get cut down after another gain of about 4 yards on the play. He tried to stretch it to the far sideline and pick up the first down, but he's going to be about 3 yards short. 3rd down and 3 coming up. It'll be the 27-yard line. Wildcats on top here early on, 7-0. Approaching the end of the first quarter. And at this point, both teams have only had the ball one time each. Wildcats scored on their first possession, and we're yet to see what Jackson will do with their possession. 3rd down and 3. 3 receivers to the right side of the field. That's the strong side here. Johnson goes back, going to hand the ball straight ahead. The running back gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he's going to fall forward and get near the line to gain. He's going to have it first down right at the 25-yard line. That's the gain. That's the line he needed to gain, and he got there. So a slow, methodical drive here for Jackson to try to answer the Wildcats. They got helped out by a couple of Wildcat penalties during this drive, but moving the ball down the field, sitting at the 25 now, trying to go in and answer that Wildcat touchdown from early on. At this pace, both teams will only get the ball 4 times tonight, so better make each one count. A minute and a half remaining in the first half, clock running. Johnson takes the snap. He's going to carry it straight ahead. King Johnson, the quarterback for the Tigers, picks up 5 yards on first down inside the 20-yard line. A lot of folks here to attend this football game. A lot of folks on the Jackson sideline, a lot of folks on the Wildcat sideline, but none of them are cheering, so that's why you don't hear much noise behind me. And if they were cheering, you'd hear it because I'm right here amongst them. Second down and 5 from the 20-yard line. Jackson with the quarterback Johnson in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right side of the field. Going to take it and give straight ahead. The running back Brooks is going to be inside the 15, and he's going to have enough for another first down. As Jackson moves the chains again, now they're going to try to go hurry up with 37 seconds on the clock. First down and 10 inside the 15-yard line. They run Brooks again. Brooks straight ahead. He's going to fight his way inside the 10-yard line. And they're getting good push right now against the front of that Wildcat team. They went a little bit up-tempo on that play. And Brooks picks up about 5, second down and 5. That may have been the last play of the first quarter as the clock's going to run down inside 10 seconds here, so we'll get ready to take a break. When we come back, it'll be second down and 5 for Jackson inside the 10-yard line, trying to answer that Wildcat touchdown. So we'll bring it back to you in just a minute. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
We live in the small towns of North Florida, and we deserve only the finest in healthcare. We're fortunate to have that right here in McClenny at Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital. Here, we receive personalized treatment options that focus on wellness. It's reassuring to know that our doctors are just as qualified as larger hospitals, and our medical technology is the best available. Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital at Baker County Medical Services. The best part? They treat you like family.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Jonathan Jackson checks in at running back for the Jackson Tigers as they sit here 2nd and 5 from the Wildcat 10-yard line. Trying to answer the Cats. Wildcats on top 7-0. First play of the second quarter. Johnson looks to the sideline for the play call. They try to get the Wildcats to jump off with the hard count there. Teams are seeing that against us on film now, and we've been susceptible to it. They're going to run a little swing pass out to the right side to Jackson, and it's going to be incomplete. Johnson throwing to Jackson, threw it out in front of him just a little bit too far, led him a little bit too far, and now it's going to be 3rd and 5. Big incompletion there. They had the swing pass set up. He had some room to run. Right at the 10-yard line, Jackson trying to answer. Wildcats went down the field on their first possession, scored a touchdown, 7-0 lead. And we haven't touched the ball since. Jackson's had it ever since. This is about almost an 8-minute drive here for the Tigers. Johnson in the gun, 3rd down and 5. 3 receivers to the right. Ball snapped back to Johnson. He's going to fire a screen pass this time. Jackson catches it, and he's running toward the corner of the end zone, and he's got a touchdown. Nobody picked up Jackson out of the backfield that time, and they ran the same play as before, just with a little bit of a different look to it, and nobody touched him as he gets to the corner from 10 yards out. They go in. 7-6 now, the Cats on top. 11:44 to go in the first half here from Andrew Jackson High School. Kicker on the field to try the extra point to even this thing up. Long touchdown drive for this Jackson football team. And they put it into the end zone. Kick is up on the way, and that kick is going to be good. Sneaks in the left upright. It wasn't a pretty kick either, just like Blake Mays' kick early, but it ties the game at 7-7. 11:44 to go here in the half. The Cats will get the football back. Seems like forever ago since we touched it. We only had one possession in the first quarter. Luckily, on that first possession, we went down the field and scored a touchdown. So the Cats had a 7-0 lead for a little while, but now tie game as Jackson comes back and answers. $11:44 to go in the first half from Jackson High School. The Tigers from Jackson, 6-1 on the year. Wildcats 5-2. Trying to get it to 6 wins tonight. Want to say hello along the way to all the Wildcat fans listening in here tonight, wherever you may be. I know I talked to some folks from Camp Branch earlier this year. Hopefully they got us tuned in up in Camp Branch up there in Fargo, Georgia. Opening day of dog hunting season in Fargo tomorrow, so I know those guys are fired up and ready to go. Hopefully the dogs are. Cam Smith goes back and gets the kick in the air back at the 5-yard line. He brings it back out, getting close to the 20. Cam makes a man miss and gets out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the Cats will start it on first down. That one was a little bit messed up as Smith had to retreat to go get the football as it went over his head, but brings it back out to the 22. It'll be 1st and 10 there for the Cats. Wildcats split 2 receivers to the right side. Josh Holmes, now they send Dean to the left with Silas Roden to the top side of the field. Coming from the 22-yard line. Blake Mays out there, Kanias Williams, Cam Smith in the backfield. 1st and 10, Cats, tie game 7-7. Just starting the second quarter here. Kanias Williams is going to get the carry on first down, and Kanias Williams all the way out to the 30-yard line. A burst on first down, gets it all the way out near first down yardage, picks up 9 yards on first down. Great run for Williams that time as he shot through the hole, lowered his shoulder trying to pick up the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1. Cats have gotten good yardage with the running game all night tonight. Mays, Cam Smith in the backfield. 3 receivers left this time. Man in motion, going to give the ball to him on the jet sweep. That's going to be Davion Dean, but my goodness, we ran the jet sweep right into the short side of the field, and there's just no room there. We're going to lose yardage. We needed 1 yard. Now we're going to need 4 on third down. That's not my favorite play call. run the jet sweep, that's fine, but give the guy some room to the strong side of the field to make a move, make somebody miss. Just everybody clogged up on the weak side here, right in front of the Wildcat bench, and it'll be 3rd and 4. We lost 3 yards after we had a 2nd down and 1. 3rd down snap, going to give the ball to Cam Smith. He gets outside. Cam Smith's going to get the 1st down, I believe. He shakes off a defender and gets out of bounds on the far sideline. He needed to get to the 35. He should be close to it. I'm not sure if they gave him the 35. Looked like he was going to get the 1st down by plenty, but they pushed him out at the 34, and it's going to be 4th and 1. 7-7 game, 10:51 to go first half, and the Cats face a 4th down and 1. It looks like we're going to go for it. We shouldn't even be in this position. We lost 3 yards on 2nd down. 4th down 1. Man goes in motion. Hard count by Mays. And now you're going to get a timeout. Wildcats call a timeout. We were just trying to get them to jump off sides. 9 yards on 1st down by Kanias Williams, and then the Wildcats can't get the 1st down. Looks like we're going to punt it. That's disappointing. One of those frustrating things. You like to see your team get good yardage on 1st down. Move those chains, move them, and you go backwards on 2nd down. Looked like Cam Smith was going to pick up the 3rd down, but he went to the far sideline in front of the Jackson bench over there. I thought he got near the 35, but they marked him well short at the 34-yard line. Now we've got some sort of scoreboard malfunction, and the officials are going to stop the clock. We were sitting right around 10 minutes to go in the first half, and the scoreboard is just doing all kind of crazy things now, like it's possessed. The numbers are just flashing all kind of different ways. And I'm not exactly sure what happened here. But 7-7 ball game. Cats and Tigers. Cats now going to punt the football away. You hate to see that after a 9-yard run on 1st down, and it was 2nd and 1. The horn in the clock's going off now, and all the numbers are just flashing different numbers. Looks like a lottery game. And now, miraculously, it's reset. 7-7 showing on the clock, but I think they got the time wrong, but we'll go with it. 10:43 is what the clock says now. I think we were under that. Seems like every play is just dragging before the play gets started, but looks like the clock may be fixed, so that's good news. Lots of action going on this week. College football, high school football, Major League Baseball playoffs. I'll talk about some of that at halftime when we get a chance. On the Farm Bureau halftime report coming up in just a few moments. If you've been listening in, you know I'm a Phillies fan, and the Phillies play tonight. The Padres and the Phillies about 7:40, first pitch. So we'll have to pay attention to that. It's a 1-1 series. The Yankees on the other side in the American League are down 0-2 to the Houston Astros. The Astros trying to get back to the World Series again. It's a place they've been to a lot since they joined the American League, so they switch over from the National League to the American League, and it seems like they're in the World Series every other year. But they've got a great roster, and they're up 2-0 on the Yankees. College football world, some big games tomorrow. Talk about some of those at the half. Undefeated Ole Miss going to take on that LSU team that took care of Florida last week. LSU 5-2 on the year, but playing better football here of late. 7-0 Ole Miss team trying to sneak their way into some kind of conversation here to be part of that top 10, and that'll be a fun one to watch tomorrow. Jackson with the ball from the 35-yard line. First down and 10, tie ball game here, 7-7. Second possession of the night for the Tigers. This time they try to run it to the right side. Wildcat defense stuffs him right at the line. They finally blow the whistle. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Maybe a yard gain on the play. Not much running room that time. Jackson found some room on that first possession when they took a methodical drive. They went about 8.5 minutes on their first drive to score their touchdown. Both teams only had the ball one time each in the first quarter tonight. 7-7 ball game. If you're wondering if it's just one guy here doing the radio, that's right. Jackie on the road this weekend, heading up to North Carolina. He's listening in, so maybe I can get him to call in and do some calls from the road. 2nd down and 9. Quarterback Johnson, King Johnson for the Jackson Tigers, has three receivers split to the left side, one back in the backfield, one receiver to the right. Straight drop, snap back. He's going to fire one down the right sideline, and he fires it over everybody's head. Coverage out there by the Wildcats again. Davion Dean in coverage, and it'll be 3rd down and long this time, 3rd and 9. We didn't get them. This was the key to the Jackson's first drive of the game. We didn't get them in very many 3rd and long situations, and when we did, we jumped off sides to give them 5 yards. So this time, as long as we can stay on sides, this is the first time they've got to really convert a longer 3rd down and 9. Most of the ones they converted on the first drive were from 2 or 3 yards out. 3rd and 9, straight drop for King Johnson. He's under pressure. Wildcats trying to get to him. He fires it underneath, and they're going to get the first down at the 45 as a helicopter, and then he fumbled the football. Wildcats are going to get it, I believe. They do. The receiver went up. He got hit in the air, helicopter, and the ball comes out. The Wildcats are going to recover it. First turnover of the night is going to go to the Wildcats. They would have picked up the first down on the play, but a big hit over here on the sideline, and the ball comes out, and the Cats are going to have it at the 46 of Jackson. Wow. Things can change in a hurry in a football game. Jackson had no problem moving up and down the field earlier, and neither did the Wildcats. Both of them come up short on their second possession. Wildcats went 3 and out, had to punt it away, and now Jackson on 3rd down fumbles the football when they would have had a first down. Jabari Ruiz has checked into the game at quarterback for the Cats. Ruiz has 3 receivers to the left. That's the top side of the field. He looks to fire it that way, and that ball is going to be picked off. Jackson is going to tip it up into the air, and then they run underneath it. The defensive back runs underneath it and intercepts it. So that pass was thrown by Jabari Ruiz down to around the 30-yard line, and I'm not sure who the receiver was intended for. There was nothing but Jackson Tigers there. So on 2 straight plays, you get 2 straight turnovers. Jackson gives it to the Wildcats, and the Wildcats give it right back. 7-7 ball game. Second quarter, 9:19 to go in the second quarter. 1st down and 10 now for Jackson after the interception. So their offense had left the field. Now they come right back on the field. 1st down and 10 from the 29. King Johnson, the quarterback for Jackson. He's in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the strong side of the field. Johnson looks straight downfield. He looks to the right side. That ball is tipped. One of the Wildcats, I think Kel Cruz, got his hands on it over there. Knocks that pass down, and it'll be 2nd down. Incomplete pass over there. He had a receiver on the sideline over there. He ended up catching the ball. They said he was out of bounds, but Kel Cruz disrupted it, tipped it up into the air. Good play by Cruz, number 22. He missed a couple of games in the middle part of the season there. Good to see him back out there last week. Had a couple big tackles against Julie on the road. Now, 2nd down and 10. Jackson, we expected to run the football pretty much 80% of the time. They've done that tonight, but choosing to air it out here of late. 2nd down, 10. Johnson, straight drop. Looks to throw one. He's got a man over here, just overthrows him. Trying to get coverage for a man out of the backfield here. Good coverage by the Cats. Pass just airmailed. It'll be 3rd and 10. Number 16 for the Cats had the coverage over here. That's Jason Roden. Roden trying to chase down a back out of the backfield. Almost looked like a little bit of a wheel route coming this way, but no chance of completing that. He overthrew him by 10 yards. 3rd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 10 from the 29. Johnson in the shotgun. They need to get it out to the 39-yard line for the first. 3 receivers to the strong side of the field. That's on the Wildcat sideline. Third down play. Johnson, straight drop. He's under pressure. He has to scramble. He's going to scramble out of bounds, and he's going to pick up maybe 3 yards. That's about it. It'll be fourth down, and we'll force them to punt the ball back to us. Wildcat player shaking up back here in the backfield. Going to have to check on him. Take a timeout here. Fourth down should be fourth down and 8. Jackson going to have to punt it back to the Cats. 9:02 to go first half. Tie ball game, 7-all. Wildcats are going to get the ball back when we come back. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
On fourth down and 8, Jackson punting the football back to the Wildcats. The Wildcats put a man back there, but they kick it to the far sideline, and it takes a Jackson roll down to around the 35-yard line. That's where they'll have it. First down and 10. The Wildcats get the ball back here. Both teams scored on their first possession tonight, making it a 7-7 ball game. Since then, Jackson fumbled. Wildcats converted on the turnover, then gave it right back on the next play, an interception for Jackson, and that's where they just had it. Took a 3-and-out and punted. So both teams now have had the football 3 times each, and the Wildcats going to get a chance with their fourth time. We didn't think that would happen in the first quarter because both teams only had the ball 1 time in the first quarter, but now in the last 3 minutes of game action, both teams have had it 2 more times each. See if the Wildcats can get something going here. Mays back in there at quarterback, going to hand the ball off straight ahead. Wildcats going to find some running room out across the 35 out to the 40. 5, maybe 6 yards on first down for the Cats. Second down, call it 4 for these Cats. From the 41-yard line, Cats with the football, going to hand it off straight ahead again. Just a straight running attack here with Cam Smith, and he's going to fight his way out near midfield here. A first down for these Wildcats. Nice run that time. Wildcats, a couple of plays, pick up a first down, trying to go back to what we did on that first possession and just see if Cam Smith can get some yardage. He did there. First down, Cats right at midfield now. 15 yards in 2 plays, and we're sitting here first and 10. Going downhill, Wildcats hand the ball to Kanias Williams. This time Williams got a hole, 40, 35. Williams breaks into the secondary, and Williams is all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Kanias Williams, just a straight-ahead run, big hole through the middle of that defense of the Jackson Tigers, and he gets it to the 17-yard line. 33-yard gain for Kanias Williams. Sets the Wildcats up in the red zone, first down and 10. 7:40 to go in the first half. Kanias gets the carry again, and this time going nowhere. Cats stuffed at the line of scrimmage this time. It'll be second and 10. One of the Wildcats lost his helmet. That was Williams. He's going to have to come out for a play. Another Wildcat checks in for him. That's Cedric Larry. Cedric Larry is going to check in to the left side of the formation. Davion Dean, Josh Holmes, Silas Roden, the 3 receivers on the right side of the formation. And Cam Smith in the backfield. Second down and 10. Ball at the 17-yard line of the Tigers. 7-7 game here. Approaching 7 minutes to go in the first half. Entertaining game here so far in the first half, but no scoring in the second quarter yet. Both teams scored 7-7 in the first. Silas Roden's going to get the carry on a jet sweep, and he runs right into the defensive end for the Jackson Tigers, who pushes him backwards, and he goes all the way back to the 22-yard line, a 5-yard loss. Jackson had a defender on that side of the field, and he just stayed home, saw the jet sweep coming, read it, made the tackle, and now it's 3rd down and 13 for the Cats. Third down play, Mays in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right side. Mays looks across the middle, fires it in there. It's going to be intercepted. Second interception of the night for the Wildcat quarterbacks, one by Ruiz and now one by Mays. The Jackson defense just has too many guys in the middle of the field, and we've tried now twice to hit a receiver in the middle. Too many folks there. And the second time they made us pay. 2 interceptions on the last 2 possessions by this Jackson defense. This time turning the Wildcats away with great field position again. Both times they've intercepted it, we've been inside their territory. So the Wildcats, a couple of opportunities here, gone by the wayside with interceptions from the quarterbacks. Unfortunate. First down and 10, now Jackson from the 17-yard line. Johnson, the quarterback, he splits 3 receivers to the left side, 1 back in the backfield. Johnson takes the snap, going to give to the running back. That's Brooks, and Brooks is going to be hit and dropped right near the line of scrimmage. Not much room to run there. Orlando Holland, captain for the Wildcats tonight, gets up, made the tackle on that play. Orlando had a whale of a game last week over there in Yulee. I mean, it was all over the field. 15, Seth Chestnut also in on that tackle for the Cats. Second down and 9. They gave him a half-yard on the play. We'll call it 9. 6:42 to go in the second quarter. I think the official's talking to the clock folks here. I don't think the clock has been running like it was supposed to. He's asking them to wind the clock. I think he noticed that it wasn't running. Might be why it's been stuck on 6:42 for a while here. It was under 7 minutes when the Wildcats threw the interception, and now sitting on 6:42, they're going to call a timeout to kind of work through these clock issues. 7-7 ball game coming to you live from Andrew Jackson High School. We'll keep it here during the timeout as they try to get these clock issues straightened out. 7-7 ball game. Wildcats, Cam Smith got the Wildcats on the board first, a 9-yard touchdown run for the Cats. Jackson answered on their first possession of the night, and that's where we've been stuck, 7-7 ever since then. Both teams now have turned the ball over to the other team. Jackson had a fumble on their last possession. Wildcats picked that one up and then threw an interception, got the ball back on a 3-and-out, and then threw another interception. So turnovers here in the second quarter have been the name of the game, and there's clearly some clock issues because now everything has been erased off of the clock. And it sounds like you're getting one of those emergency broadcast system updates, and I'm not sure what's going on here, but clock malfunction. I would imagine that if that happens again, or maybe even on this time, the officials are just going to keep the time on the field. They've got the score restored on the field, but now it's showing 4 minutes on the clock, which I don't think we would have lost that much time. Calling both head coaches over now, so I would imagine they're going to be in a position where the officials are going to tell the coach that I'm going to keep the clock on the field, I would imagine. I would normally ask Jackie if that's what he would think too, but Jackie's not here tonight. Left me hanging. He is driving to North Carolina tonight, listening to this Wildcat game on the radio, so I told him I'd still give him some airtime, so I'm doing that. Jackie, I hope that baseball tournament was important. And I'm just kidding, because I talked to Jared Lee over here to my left. He wouldn't get on the radio. Tried to get a couple of folks to take your place, but no takers. Said they could not fill the shoes of Jackie Baker. 3:35 now is showing on the clock. I don't think that's the official time. I would imagine that the officials will be keeping the time on the field because it was 6:42 on the clock a moment ago. I know that we didn't not account for 3 minutes. So unless they lost some time somewhere else. Officially, it's a tie game, 7-7. We're in the second quarter. But I'm not sure if the time that's going to be on the game clock is going to be the official time of the game or not, just because of all the clock issues. Either way, we still haven't run another play, and it's 2nd down and 9 for Jackson. Johnson, the quarterback, is going to split out 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Wildcat defense has played solid defense tonight. Expected them to run the football a lot up the middle. They did on the first possession. Since then, they've been trying to air it out some. And all you Wildcat fans listening in, hoping for some exciting broadcasts, we're still in a timeout here. The head official finally comes over. He's not in the right position because he didn't realize which team was on offense, so he went into the secondary and started to blow his whistle and then realized he was in the wrong place, and now he goes back behind the offense and now starts the clock. So clock is running, but not the clock on the scoreboard because it apparently is wrong. So we'll just have to guess how much time's on the clock from here. You're going to get a false start against Jackson on this play, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. So I wish I could tell you how much time's on the clock. I'm going to guess somewhere around 6 minutes to start this half or to start this second down play. Maybe at halftime they can get this fixed. Stay with us at halftime. I'll give you our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. Jack Baker, Justin Webb. Each and every week sponsor our halftime show, and got a lot to talk about tonight. Big win for the middle school Bobcat team this week as they took home the championship with a win over Oakleaf on our home field back at Memorial Stadium. Any middle schoolers listening in, congratulations. Big win. Second down play, 2nd down 13. Johnson's going to fire one deep down the right sideline, and he's got a man wide open. Catch made inside Wildcat territory down to the 42, and he would have had a lot of room to run but fell down as he was catching the football. And that time Jackson found a receiver wide open, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 42. That was a 2nd down and 13 play. They converted for a huge gain inside Wildcat territory to the 43-yard line. 1st down and 10 now, Jackson from the Wildcat 43. 1 back in the backfield, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snap back to the quarterback, Johnson. He gives it straight ahead. That's Brooks on the carry, and Brooks is going to be cut down, but he picks up about 4. Now the challenge for us is going to be knowing how much time's on the clock. Nobody knows that. The officials are keeping it on the field now. We've had a scoreboard malfunction. The only thing that's right on the scoreboard is the score, 7-all, 7-7 ball game here. 7-7. 2nd down and 5. Handoff again to Brooks. Brooks running through the middle, and he's going to get cut down at the line by the Cat defense this time. Might have picked up 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Third down 4. Jackson with the ball at the Wildcat 36. 7-7 ball game. Approaching halftime here. We'll know it when they tell us because I have no idea how much time. I'm assuming since they're running the football here, the clock's running, we should be somewhere between 2 and 3 minutes to go in the half, but honestly, I can't tell you. 3rd down play coming up for the Tigers. Quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to hand it off straight up the middle. The Wildcat defense had an initial stop, and now the running back gets loose, and he's down the field to the 30-yard line, and Orlando Holland finally able to wrestle him down at the 30, and they're going to get a 1st down. 1st down to the Wildcat 30. And Jackson on the move here. Now going to try to go with a little up-tempo. Clock running. Johnson in the gun. They come up to the line, act like they're going to snap it quick. Then they look to the sideline for the play, which takes a little longer. Johnson just going to run it straight ahead against that Cat defense here. Straight quarterback draw there. Picks up about 4. Jackson moving the ball again now. They moved it well their first possession of the night. Since then, we had a lot of craziness, sloppiness in between, but now Jackson mounting a drive here as we approach the end of the half. Wildcats won the toss tonight, opened up with the football, took our first possession all the way down the field, scored a touchdown. So both teams with 7-7 as we approach halftime, but Jackson looking for more. Johnson, straight drop on first down, fires it across the middle. The receiver, outstretched arms, Blake Mays came over, disrupted the play. It's incomplete at the goal line. He had a receiver that was coming free, but the Wildcat safety came over and made him think about catching it. Might have short-armed it a little bit, but the pass also a little wide. So second down. I'm sorry, that was the second down play. It's third down and 7 now. He went for the home run there. He had a receiver down around the goal line, but incomplete. Blake Mays, nice job there holding up and not hitting a defenseless receiver because he had an easy shot at him. He did disrupt the play, however, and caused him to short arm that thing and make it a third down. Third down and 7. 3 receivers to the left side of the field. Jackson moving right to left across your radio dial. Quarterback Johnson just fires it underneath. They've got a catch made, and he's going to get near the first down at around the 20-yard line, and he's going to have it, I think. They just threw that little slip screen underneath. Had a guy slipping out, and he gets enough yardage, just enough for the first down. And they got it first and 10 from our 19-yard line. Clock running. None of us know on the Wildcat side how much time is on the clock. But Jackson takes a long time with the football, so it's got to be approaching halftime here at some point in time, but no way for us to know. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Quarterback Johnson going to hand it off straight ahead. Orlando Holland got a hand on him, but then he broke it off. He's inside the 10 and down close to the 8-yard line. They're going to be set up first and goal as Jackson, running back Brooks that time, got a big hole. Holland had a hand on him as he went through there, but couldn't grab him, couldn't wrap him up. From the 8-yard line, they run it middle again, run it down near the goal line. He's going to be down at the 1, they say, and it'll be 2nd and 1 from there, 2nd and goal from the 1. Jackson trying to go in here. They're running up-tempo. Quarterback goes up there, and they're going to call timeout on the field. The Wildcats called a timeout. He would have gone in. He ran a quarterback sneak that time. It would have been a touchdown for Jackson, but we got a timeout right before the snap was made. So Cats just trying to get reorganized there on defense as Jackson hurried back to the line of scrimmage. Once again, Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up in just a few minutes. Jack Baker, Justin Webb, 259-6332. They say go Wildcats. Any type of insurance you need, car insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance, they do it all. Just give them a call, 259-6332. And they sponsor our halftime show each and every week. Shout-outs for all the guys getting ready for opening day of hunting season up in Georgia tomorrow with the dogs running. I want to give a shout-out to my buddy Nate Welch. He's a player on that Baker County Middle School Bobcat team. He was listening in earlier and said, go Bobcats. They got the championship this week. I talked to my buddy Kelly Cruz last night. Kelly Cruz's daughter plays on the Wildcat volleyball team, and the Wildcat volleyball team won the district championship in our home gymnasium last night. A big win over Wakulla. They came over here from Crawfordville, and I understand it was a 5-set thriller that went down to the wire, and the Wildcats volleyball team, congratulations, ladies, moving on to the regional finals. I believe, if I get it right, I believe it's Tuesday night in the home gymnasium. The Wildcats will host the regionals, so congratulations to them. I believe, if I saw it correctly, it was the first district championship in volleyball in a while. I don't remember exactly, but it's been a while. But the Wildcats got that last night in the home gym, and I wish I'd have gone to see it because it's a 5-set thriller. I understand that Crawfordville took a 2-0 set advantage after the first two sets. And if you know anything about volleyball, it's a best of 5. So Crawfordville was well on their way to taking that district title, and the Wildcats came back and won 3 unanswered sets to close that out. So good job, ladies. Jackson went in for the touchdown. The extra point is on the way, and the extra point is good. 14-7, Jackson lead after the touchdown run, and Jackie Baker weighs in to tell me 25 years. It's been 25 years since we won a volleyball district championship. So you do the math. That would take us back into the 90s, I think, 1997. 1997, my goodness, 25 years. So congratulations to those guys. Congratulations to the middle school Bobcats with the big championship this week. And if you know of any other sports that we've won titles in, just give me a text, and I'll talk about it here. Wildcats now trailing 14-7 to the Tigers. Wildcats will have to get some things going on offense. We've thrown 2 interceptions in a row on 2 straight possessions, trying to throw the football to the middle of the field, which is nowhere near where we need to be throwing it to, and had another chance to convert on a first down opportunity, and just seemingly since that first drive of the night, either Jackson's figured it out on offense or on defense, or we just gotta think about maybe making some adjustments. So 14-7, we trail by 7. This is a good Jackson football team. I mentioned 6-1 on the season. They've won 6 straight games in a row. Wildcats going to return the kick from the 10-yard line, coming out across the 20, picking his way out across the 30, and all the way out near the 40-yard line on a good kickoff return goes Cam Smith. Nice job that time. He couldn't get his speed going because there was so much traffic, but he just kind of picked his way through there all the way out near the 40. I'm going to call it the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Cats from there. And I have no idea how much time's on the clock. Now, they changed it from 3:35 to 2:20 on the clock. I don't know if they've got it fixed or not, but that's what's showing on the clock now. 14-7 game. The Tigers on top. Wildcats trying to come back. Cat fight here in Jacksonville. First down carry is going to be Cam Smith to the right side. Cam Smith gets across the 45-yard line, lowered his shoulder over there. A hard hit, and now one of the Jackson Tigers gets up and wants to fight. He's not happy with one of the Wildcat offensive linemen, and his teammates come over and try to get him to calm down. He took his helmet off, so he should have to leave the game. Wildcat fans not happy with him. He must have done something. Not sure exactly what happened on that play, but good gain on first down for Cam Smith out to the 46-yard line. That was an 8-yard gain on first down. Wildcats face a 2nd down and 2. We've been in this same position and didn't get the first down. 2nd down play. Blake Mays fires one to the right side. Catch made. Catch made by Josh Holmes at the 30-yard line, and he's tackled right away, but enough yardage for the first down as the Wildcats pick up 5. Going to be a 1st down and 10 from the Jackson 30-yard line. I can't tell you how much time's on the clock, but the Wildcats are going in hurry-up mode, so we must be getting close. Mays in the shotgun. Straight drop. Under pressure. Fires a little screen pass here. He's got it to Cam Smith. Cam reverses his field, trying to make something happen at midfield. Can't quite do it. We're going to lose a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. They just tried a little screen pass that time. Let all the defensive linemen through, but the linebackers never retreated. They stayed right there and made the play. 2nd down. Cam Smith checks out of the ball game. Jabari Ruiz, quarterback for the Cats now. 2nd down play. Ruiz rolls to his right, looking downfield. Now Ruiz is going to get hit in the backfield and goes out of bounds, tries to throw it down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. I'm not sure if he was out of bounds before he threw it or not. There was a Wildcat down there, but could not make the connection. And it's going to be 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 11 for the Cats right at midfield. they're going to say, I thought he was out of bounds on the far sideline. Looks like they're going to mark the ball back like he was. So all the way back to the 45-yard line. So we lose about 5 on that. It'll be 3rd down and 15. Cats need to get the ball inside the Jackson 40 for a first down. Ruiz going to hand it off Cam Smith. Cam Smith fighting his way to the right side, and he's got nowhere to run. Flag comes in behind the play here. Not sure what the flag is, but offensive line got beat up on that play as Jackson came in there and stuffed him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down for the Cats. Smith was tackled right around the 45-yard line. Probably a no gain on the play as opposed to a loss, but we're going to check this penalty flag. The head official comes over, makes the call. Face mask penalty against Jackson. So that'll give us some life, and he signals first down. So a big penalty here against the Jackson Tigers is going to give the Wildcats new life. We were down and out there facing a punt situation, but now a 15-yard penalty moves it to the 39 of Jackson. And we got a first down. First down and 10, Cats, clock running. Don't know how much time's on it, but the clock's running. And now Jackson calls a timeout. I've already told you to stay with us for the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up in a few moments. Brought to you by Jack Baker and Justin Webb, our local Farm Bureau agents there in McClenny. Big day on the college football field tomorrow. I mentioned that LSU Ole Miss game that I'll be paying attention to. Also, an undefeated Syracuse team. You know, how many times do you hear that said? An undefeated Syracuse team in a top 15 battle with undefeated Clemson. So that game at high noon tomorrow, the Orangemen have been one of those teams. I told the FSU fans a couple of weeks ago, I said, hey, y'all struggled against NC State to get that win. I said, you watch. Syracuse will blow them out, and they did. Blew them out last week. Syracuse is rolling. They're sitting there at 6-0, and they're going to face Clemson 7-0, 12 o'clock high noon tomorrow. That's a good one to watch. We'll talk about that one. Georgia and Florida both off this week as they get prepared for that battle in Jacksonville a week from tomorrow. Some other games in action tomorrow we'll talk about. I mentioned the LSU Ole Miss game. That'll be a fun one to watch. There's another game in the Big Ten. Ole Miss is ranked number 7 in the country, sitting there 7-0. Lane Kiffin. Jabari Ruiz, straight drop here, going to fire one to the right side over there, and he's looking for Blake Mays, and he overthrows him out of bounds. Over there in the Pac-12 tomorrow, you've got a top 10 battle. Oregon lost that first game of the year to the Georgia Bulldogs. Since then, have rolled off 6 straight wins. They face UCLA, an undefeated UCLA Bruin team ranked in the top 10. Can't remember when that happened, but Oregon and UCLA, 3:30 tomorrow. Texas and Oklahoma State, that's going to be a top 25 matchup tomorrow. So a few games we'll talk about, and we'll just talk about the state of college football. Talk about some of the other things. Kyle Davis told me that the 12U Wildcat team is going to be in action tomorrow for the championship game down at Memorial Stadium. Flag comes in on this play. Cam Smith ran to the right side looking for yardage. Got it inside the 35. Check the flag here. It would bring up a 3rd down and about 4 if the play stands, but all depends on the flag. Kyle Davis says 3-0 at Bowles. So the game, the championship for the 12U Wildcats is at Bowles High School tomorrow at 3:30. Bowles High School over there on San Jose Boulevard. Those young 12U will get a chance to play on that AstroTurf or that field turf field over there at Bowles. That'll be a good experience. Maybe they can bring home another championship. We talked about the Bobcats from Baker County Middle School and the high school Wildcat girls volleyball team last night with the district championship. So a big week for Wildcat athletics and Bobcat athletics. Penalty was against the Cats. It was a holding call. Takes us all the way back to the 46-yard line. Jabari Ruiz now faces a second down and 15. Cats have been in Jackson territory 3 straight possessions, but we threw 2 interceptions in a row. This time, though, the Wildcats are going to connect. Davion Dean goes high in the air and makes the connection with Jabari Ruiz. Jabari, a little pump fake at the line of scrimmage, threw the ball downfield. Davion Dean went high in the air, lost his helmet on the tackle, and it's first down Cats at the 29. Jabari Ruiz looking to throw, fires at middle of the field, and it's almost picked off again. We've gone to the well too many times. You can't throw to the middle of the field against these guys. They picked off 2 there and almost had a third. They've got a couple of guys just spying the middle there, waiting on the pass to come that direction. We got to figure out we can't throw to the middle. Ruiz checks out. Blake Mays checks back in. Davion Dean back in the game now. On the right sideline, 2 receivers to the right. That's the short side of the field. 2 receivers to the top. Now Dean goes in motion. Second down play. Going to hand the ball to Cam Smith. He's got a hold 25. And a flag comes down from the right side, Judge. That's going to be holding against the Cats, I assure you. Just as Cam Smith made his cut here around the end, and he was going for the first down marker, the flag flew in, and you always know it's either some type of hold out here on the edge. Wildcats would have had the ball down there at the 18-yard line. They're going to mark it all the way back here to the 30. So instead of a first down going in for the Cats, they're going to mark it off from the 30, going all the way back to the 40-yard line. So, man, 2 steps forward and 1 step back for this Cat offense. Got a huge play a moment ago. The pass down the right sideline to Davion Dean, who went high in the air for the catch. And now, after all that, you get another timeout. The Wildcats face a second down and 20. The penalties. I talked to Coach Mays this week on the Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show. Thanks to Oscar Gray and all those folks down there at Dependable Heating and Air. You know, I talked to him this week, and he said absolutely one of the number 1 priorities for this football team is to eliminate penalties. And I know he's not happy with what's happened here tonight because we've had a number of penalties in this first half. I want to tell you about Tailored Healthcare real fast. At Tailored Healthcare, the only thing that we like more than seeing the Wildcats win on the field is seeing our patients have success with their health. At Tailored Healthcare, we offer a unique, individualized model of primary care that's tailored to each person. We offer traditional insurance-covered care as well as direct primary care, covered as well as direct primary care, weight loss, and hormone replacement. We're now accepting new patients. That's Tailored Healthcare, now accepting new patients. Their phone number is 259-6929. I'm sorry, 259-5929. 259-5929. If you've been thinking about looking for a new primary care, call Tailored Healthcare and give them a try. Jabari Ruiz is going to be hit and sacked in the backfield. He dropped straight back to throw on second down and 20. And now the Wildcats are going to have third down and a mile, but that was the last play of the half, apparently. And we were just looking to throw like a Hail Mary play to the end zone there. We had no idea how much time was on the clock here, but apparently that was the last play of the half. So Jackson is going to take a 14-7 lead to the halftime locker room. The Wildcats are going to trail here against the Tigers on the road. Good half for the Jackson Tigers. They're up by 7. Wildcats will talk about it at halftime. We'll think about it, and we will bring you back with the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report in just a few moments. You're listening to Wildcat Football here on WFBB.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen, St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Since 1967, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has had the goal to acquire customers and maintain their complete satisfaction throughout the business relationship. Located in McClenny with almost 60 years of serving the McClenny area, excellence has been their hallmark. Did you know that now Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning also carries Amana products? Amana has been known since 1934 as having some of the most reliable and dependable heating and air conditioning systems in the business. If you're struggling with who to call for your air conditioning service, give them a call. Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546. That's 259-6546.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
We live in the small towns of North Florida, and we deserve only the finest in healthcare. We're fortunate to have that right here in McClenny at Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital. Here, we receive personalized treatment options that focus on wellness. It's reassuring to know that our doctors are just as qualified as larger hospitals, and our medical technology is the best available. Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital at Baker County Medical Services. The best part? They treat you like family.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Baker Rural Health Clinic in McClenny serves the community with clinical care at a discounted rate. If you're uninsured, income-based payment considerations will be made. If cost stands between you and a healthcare solution, Baker Rural Health Clinic can help. For more information, visit bakerrhc.org. That's bakerrhc.org. Baker Rural Health Clinic. We treat you like family. Walk-ins welcome.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
And we welcome you back here to Baker County High School Wildcat football on 97.5 FM WFBB, broadcast to you live from Glen Baptist Church, coming to you from Glen, St. Mary, Florida. If you don't know where that is, it's halfway between Jacksonville and Lake City, right there on Interstate 10, Glen, St. Mary, Florida, Glen Baptist Church. A lot of good folks go over there to Glen Baptist Church. None finer than the guy back in the studio helping me out each Friday night, John Meadows. I want to send a big hello to John Meadows and thank him for all the work he does back there behind the scenes. You get to hear me talk, but nobody ever gets to see John. He's back there at the studio. And Pastor Chaz Rowland, he's a big supporter of Wildcat athletics, and he's happy to continue to have Wildcat football right here on 97.5 each and every week. Wildcats find themselves in a battle tonight over here at Andrew Jackson. The Tigers of Jackson on top 14-7 here at the half. Wildcats have no locker room to go to. They're just down here in the end zone during halftime, and we welcome you in to the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. Already said it, but I'll say it again. Thank you to Jack Baker, Justin Webb, local Farm Bureau agents there in town, making it possible for the Wildcat football to be here on the radio, along with our other sponsors. I'll talk about all of them in the second half as we get going here, but thank you for listening in tonight. I'm solo tonight. Jackie Baker on the road heading up to North Carolina to see his son play baseball in a tournament this weekend, so I know they've got an exciting weekend planned. And we wish Jackie well. He'll be back with us next week. Next weekend, the Wildcats will have homecoming and senior night all in the same night down there at Memorial Stadium. 7 o'clock kickoff next week against Fernandina Beach High School. And should be an exciting night. Homecoming week, always a big week in Baker County. It got suspended this year earlier. It was meant to be a couple of weeks ago for homecoming, and we had the hurricane issue that happened a little south of us, but at one point in time was threatening to come through the Baker County area and force that football game to be moved to Monday night. So homecoming was moved as well. So next Friday night we'll take care of senior night and homecoming in the same week. So we'll have homecoming parade next Thursday in downtown McClenny, and all the festivities that go with homecoming will take place next week at home against Fernandina Beach High School. Then we'll close out the season 2 weeks from tonight on the road down in Wesley Chapel, just north of Tampa down there. We've got a game with those guys as the Wildcats look to head to the playoffs this year. 5-2 on the season so far. Wildcats, as of this week, were ranked third in the power rankings. You know, Bradford County over there where Coach Jamie Rogers, or Bradford High over there where Jamie Rogers is the head coach, they're undefeated. They sit atop the standings. Now, this will all change throughout the rest of this year, but as of this week, the Wildcats would face Gainesville Eastside in the first round of the playoffs, and most likely we would travel in that first week. So we'll see how it all shakes out. There's nothing set in stone yet, but right now the Wildcats look like we've got a real good chance to make the state playoffs this year. That win against Yulee last week really helped the Wildcats out as we take that approach and try to get into the playoffs again. The Wildcats, as you remember, the past 5 years have been good to the Cats. We went to the state championship game and faced American Heritage 5 years ago in 2017, and then last year another trip to the state Final Four as we went on the road to Miami Central and lost in the Final Four, but just one game away from the state championship last year. So Wildcat football, always a winning tradition here, as you know, but the last 5 years have been equally good as far as state playoff runs. Coach Mays would like to do that again, you know. Things changed up this year. We went to a Metro-Suburban deal, so those games against teams like American Heritage and Miami Central wouldn't happen anymore. Wildcats will face teams more suburban, which would be more closely matched, and those urban teams will do the same thing. So the Metro teams will do the same thing. So, you know, FHSA trying to, you know, match teams up with teams that are more like each other in their divisions or their respective divisions, and I think they've made a good call. So that's where we'll be. So the Wildcats a good chance sitting in there right now. If the season ended today, we would be in the playoffs. So Wildcats just trying to rack up those RPI points because it looks like Baldwin has pretty much wrapped up our district as far as the district champion. So we cannot get in on a district championship this year, but we can get in on our RPI points. And with a 5-2 record, we've racked up enough wins to make that possible. So it's looking good as far as the playoffs go. You just stay tuned to us throughout the course of the year, and we'll keep you updated on when we play and who we play and all that other good stuff. So good news to report out of the Major League Baseball playoffs. The Phillies opened up with a home run tonight to open the game against San Diego. At the bottom of the first, Kyle Schwarber led the Phillies off with a first-inning home run, so they're on top 1-0 and threatening to score more. Phillies, my team since childhood, and I think I've told you that story enough that you know that, but hopefully they can come through with a win tonight. Some big games on tap in college football tomorrow. I also mentioned that the 12U Wildcats will face off over at the Bowl School tomorrow at 3:30 for the championship. Their coach, Kyle Davis, let me know that. So good luck to that 12U team. If you're listening in, go Wildcats. And hopefully they can bring home the title. We talked about the middle school Bobcat football team this past week, Tuesday night at home, took on Oak Leaf and won the championship. So that football team went undefeated throughout this entire year, beat every team they played. So congratulations to that group and all those kids that are part of that middle school team. I don't want to name any other players because I know if I do, I'll leave somebody out. And I just want to tell the whole team congratulations. And then last night over in the Baker County High School gymnasium, the Wildcats got a big volleyball district championship. First time in 25 years, a 5-set win over Crawfordville, Wakulla. They made the trip over here and won the first 2 sets against the Wildcats in our gym last night, and the Wildcats stormed back and won 3 sets in a row against that group. So nice job for those guys, for sure. And so let's talk about some college football tomorrow. We got some games on tap. I mentioned that first one, the first one of the day tomorrow, 12 o'clock p.m. These are the type of games I like to watch because I'm not a fan of either team. You've got Syracuse undefeated on the year, the Orangemen. You know, Syracuse hasn't been relevant since Donovan McNabb was the quarterback over there, and I bet most of you guys listening in don't even know who Donovan McNabb is, but Donovan McNabb was a stellar quarterback for the Syracuse Orangemen back in the 90s. They actually played the Florida Gators in the Orange Bowl back in 1998. Donovan McNabb was the quarterback there, and you might know this if you ever watched The Bachelor show. Jesse Palmer was the quarterback for the Gators, and the Gators got a big win that night in the Orange Bowl, a huge win against Donovan McNabb and those guys. Well, if you don't know who Donovan McNabb was, he went on to play for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they played in the Super Bowl here in Jacksonville back in 2005 against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And the Philadelphia Eagles, behind Donovan McNabb from Syracuse at that time, came real close to shocking Brady and the Patriots that year here in Jacksonville. And that was a good Super Bowl right here in Jacksonville, the only one we've ever hosted. And that was the Eagles and the Patriots, Tom Brady against Donovan McNabb. So I can remember all that just to tell you that Syracuse and Clemson play tomorrow. So both teams undefeated, 12 o'clock high noon kickoff. It's at Clemson. I got to tell you, they've got Clemson favored by like 14 points in this game. I just don't see it. If you're betting in Vegas tomorrow and you're betting the spread, I would take Syracuse all day long. Now, Clemson's been playing good football of late. You know, they started out slow this year, but that team has found a way to win every game that they've played. And so look for Clemson maybe to win the game, but I think Syracuse is going to keep it a lot closer than at least the folks in Las Vegas think. 14 points. That's a lot of points. So Syracuse, Clemson, that's the first one of the day. If you're just going to follow my watching schedule, I'll tell you like this. I'm going to watch that Syracuse-Clemson game to start with at 12 o'clock. And then at 3:30, you got a pick of a few games. So Ole Miss and LSU. LSU 5-2 on the year. They've been playing better lately. You saw them in action against the Gators last week. But Lane Kiffin's got that Ole Miss team 7-0, ranked in the top 10 in the country. And if Ole Miss could pull off a win and go 8-0 against LSU, they've still got to play Alabama. But Ole Miss has an outside shot of trying to get to the SEC championship game from that Western Division. So keep your eye on that one. Also at 3:30 tomorrow, Oregon hosting UCLA. Top 10 matchup. You don't hear that in the Pac-12 very often, but UCLA has it rolling. They're undefeated. Oregon, their only loss, you'll remember that first game against Georgia. So UCLA and Oregon tomorrow. Also at 3:30, Texas and Oklahoma State. So take your pick of those games. I'll tell you, you got Texas, Oklahoma State, you got UCLA, Oregon, you got Ole Miss, LSU. I'll probably keep 2 TVs going, so I'll probably have Ole Miss, LSU on one and UCLA, Oregon on the other. Looks like a dandy matchup. And then moving into the nighttime tomorrow for some action. And I'm not sure who wins those games. I think Syracuse keeps it close against Clemson. I'd like to say that Ole Miss is going to beat LSU, but LSU is one of those teams that just when you think that they're probably done for the year and not doing anything, all of a sudden they show up and start winning football games. And they have an offense that can score points. You saw that last week. They scored 45 on Florida and in a shootout over there, 45-35. Mississippi State's going to take their top 25 team over to Tuscaloosa to face Alabama. Interesting thing here, Alabama's a 21-point favorite in that game, coming off the loss last week to Tennessee. Texas A&M is going to go to South Carolina tomorrow night. Pittsburgh faces off with Louisville. Top 15 matchup, Kansas State on the road at TCU. Should be an interesting matchup. So take your pick there on some of those games tomorrow night to take a look at. Some pretty good ones. So overall, really good-looking day of college football tomorrow. It looks like you can do what I would do and just tune in around noon and just watch till around midnight. So that's 12 hours of college football, and that's probably what I'll do. But anyway, some good games on there tomorrow. Like I said, Florida and Georgia are off this week. No games for those guys as they get set to have the world's biggest outdoor cocktail party next week here in Jacksonville. Should be exciting as far as the activities around the game, but I don't expect any sort of miracle that would allow Florida to win that game this year. They've got some problems down there in Gainesville. They've got to get them worked out. I know they will. It'll take some recruiting classes and just some attrition to get there, but I believe that will eventually happen. But I tell you, it gets old after a while because I've been saying that for about 10 years. I know Miami fans, Florida State fans, they all feel the same way. We've all had our share of troubles and battles, but what I'll tell you to do in those times is just enjoy the games. Just enjoy the games, turn them on, root for your team, hope they get a big win. If they do, you're even more happy, you know. But don't be disappointed. You know what it is. It is what it is, and you just move on to the next one. So Wildcats trailing Jackson here 14-7. The Wildcats did win the toss before the game and elected to receive. So we opened the game with the football. So that means Jackson, with a 14-7 lead, is going to get the ball to start the second half. Now, they do have 12 minutes on the clock, so I'm really hopeful that they got the clock issue fixed and we know how much time is going to be in the game. But I'll let you know that as we go on. So thank you for listening in to our Florida Farm Bureau halftime report. I want to thank local Baker County agents, Jack Baker, Justin Webb, and hopefully you got something out of that. Phillies on top 1-0. I gave you a whole list of games that you can watch tomorrow. Told you about all the teams this week that did great, the middle school, the girls volleyball at the high school, and even our 12U Wildcats that are going to play at Bowles tomorrow. So I gave you the rundown of everything you need to know for the weekend. And right here you heard it on the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. We're going to come back in 30 seconds to start the second half here. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
And finally, some applause erupts over here at Andrew Jackson High School as the Wildcats execute a perfect onside kick to start the second half of this game. Orlando Holland streaking down the field, covers up the onside kick after it went 10 yards. The officials talking about it, wave off the flag. He didn't touch it before 10 yards. That's Wildcat football all day long. A great kick by Blake Mays, just kind of split the Jackson folks right in the middle. And Orlando Holland came diving across midfield, first man on the scene to catch the football. And the Wildcats catch Andrew Jackson slipping a little bit to start the second half here and get the football. 14-7 Jackson lead, but a beautiful onside kick. That's about one of the better onside kicks that you'll see executed in a football game, let alone a high school football game. Wildcats running the football. Cam Smith trying to get to the edge. He's going to get to the 40, and Cam Smith gets down to the 38. And again, trailing behind the play, another flag comes in behind this play. And it seems like every time the Wildcats get uncorked for some type of yardage, you get a holding call behind the play, and this time is going to be no different. The Wildcats got Cam Smith to the edge that time. He picked up 8 yards, but behind the play, you've got a holding penalty, so you take it back to the line of scrimmage, and instead of 2nd and 2, you're going to be facing 2nd and about 14 or 15 here. So in terms of net yardage that you lost there, it's not just the fact that it's 1st down and 15 now. It would have been 2nd and 2. So a 10-yard penalty, but you really lose about 13 yards on the field. And not only that, the play would have been, you would have been sitting there 2nd down and 2. So 1st down 15. Here we go. May is going to take it. Hands to Smith again. This time Smith, no running room right in the middle of that Jackson defense. He gets stopped right there short of midfield. So Cats get the onside kick to start the second half, but on the first play of the second half, you get the holding penalty, and on the second play, just stuffed right in the middle. So now, looking here at 2nd down and 15, Cats need to get it down to the 37 of Jackson for a 1st down. 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Going to run Cam Smith again. Cam Smith trying to find a hole. He found one to the 45 and inside the 40-yard line of the Jackson Tigers. So now you get some of that yardage back and you set up a manageable 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for the Cats right at the 40-yard line of the Tigers. And good news, the clock is working, operational here in the second half. So whatever was wrong with it, they fixed it at halftime. If not just temporarily. They marked Smith down at the 41-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and about 5. He picked up 10 yards on that last carry. 3rd down. Mays in the shotgun. Should be 4-down territory here for the Cats. Trailing by 7, 14-7 ball game as we open up the second half. Wildcats scored on our first possession of the game. Let's see if we can do that on the first possession of the second half. Mays, handoff straight ahead. Goes to Cam Smith again, and Cam Smith fights his way down to the 35-yard line, and he's going to have a Wildcat 1st down. After the holding penalty, the Wildcats come back with a couple of key running plays here, pick up a 1st down at the 35-yard line of Jackson. 1st and 10. Now the Wildcats a new set of downs. 10 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter, high atop Andrew Jackson's Tiger Stadium over here on North Main Street. 1st down carry. Kanias Williams has fumbled the football. Kanias Williams got hit around the 35-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. The ball came out and shot straight forward down to the 25, and the only guys back there were the Jackson Tigers, and they're going to get the Wildcats' 3rd turnover of the night. Man, you talk about missed opportunities here for the Cats tonight. We were inside Jackson territory 3 times in the first half. 1 time we got a touchdown. The other 2 times we threw interceptions. Actually, we were in there 4 times because the half ended with the Wildcats with the football inside Jackson territory. And now, to start the second half, our 5th time inside their territory, going to get a fumble here. And Jackson takes over 1st down and 10 from their own 24-yard line. My goodness. My goodness. Can't get anything to go right. Nothing's gone right since that first drive of the night for the Cats. We went right down the field on the first drive. Cam Smith right, Cam Smith left. Blake Mays picked up a couple of key 1st downs along the way, and then Cam Smith took it to the end zone. And it was 7-0. Looked like the Wildcats might score every time they touched the football, but we learned quickly that that was not going to be the case. Cats have struggled since that time. North Main Street reminds me of some times in my childhood. My grandmother had a house right down here on 8th Street, not far from where we're at in this football game on 8th Street. Down at it's kind of what you'd call the old Springfield area of Jacksonville, but my grandmother and her husband, they owned a boarding house on 8th Street. And if you don't know what that is, the folks that owned the house lived on the bottom floor of the house, and the folks rented out the rooms on the top floor of the house to folks that were boarders. And so basically they ran like an apartment complex, but it was an old house, and it was a beautiful house right there on 8th Street. And We used to go down there as kids on Sundays, and my grandma would make the chicken and rice and chicken and dumplings, and my goodness, just great memories. And right down here on Main Street where she would go to the grocery store to get those chickens. Here we go. First down and 10 for Jackson from the 24-yard line. Those were the days of childhood back then. And she's got a long history of relatives in the Baker County area, and eventually they sold the boarding house and moved to Baker County. Lived right there across from the CFT church. Jackson on the first play of the second half for them, pick up a first down. Running back is Brooks, and he picked up 10 on that first carry. First down, Jackson. They run it here on first down, and he picks up another 3 yards, so second down and 7. Jackson with the football and a 7-point lead against the Wildcats here. Wildcats had a chance. We got the onside kick to start the second half, caught them by surprise, had a chance, and we turned it over for the third time tonight. We've thrown 2 interceptions and now 1 fumble to this Jackson team. They've gotten 3 turnovers against the Wildcats. The Wildcats only have 1 from the Tigers. Second down play, they're going to run it up the middle, and the Cat defense right there. Johnny on the spot as Thrift is the first guy there. Tucker Thrift makes the tackle for the Wildcats. Stuffs the running back for a loss of 1, and it's going to be third down and 6. Nice job by Tucker Thrift there, number 45, breaking through and making the hit on the running back. Something our defense has done well this year, but tonight Jackson's had some, at least on a couple of drives, has had some room to run. This time, though, we put them in third down and long, third down and almost 7 here. Jackson taking a long time in the huddle, 8.5 minutes to go, third quarter. A lot of football left to be played here tonight. Wildcats trail by 7 right now, though. Johnson, the quarterback, King Johnson, takes the snap, looks to throw, fires one across the middle, and he's got a receiver, and they've got a first down. Across midfield, he's still running, 45-40, inside the 30 to the 27-yard line before he's tackled down there. And that time it was just a quick slant across the middle to the receiver and a good throw by the quarterback, and they were on the money, and now they are driving again against this Wildcat football team. Jackson's going to have a first down, call it the 27-yard line. The receiver shaking up on the play, so they're going to tend to him here for a moment. 8:25 to go, third quarter. That's one of those plays on third down. You got to get your team off the field. Defense gives up a big pass play to the Tigers, and they're going to be set up first down and 10 at the Wildcat 27, already on top 14-7. I want to go back just a moment here. I told you we would thank all of our sponsors here in the second half. I want to give a big shout-out to my buddy Brett Dobson. Brett Dobson, listening in back in McClenny. Sent me a hello on the text line and said he was listening in to the Wildcats tonight. So, Brett, one of my buddies, he is listening to the Wildcats tonight. So I told you I'd go back, but I'll give it just a moment, and we'll talk about some of the sponsors here. Now Jackson comes out of the timeout. The wide receiver was shaken up on the play. He gets up and leaves the field under his own care here, so he's good to go. First down and 10 now. Jackson's going to put it in play from the Wildcat 27. King Johnson, the quarterback, going to give it straight ahead. The running back is to the 25. He's inside the 20. Running back inside the 15. Now he fights his way all the way down inside the Wildcat 10-yard line before being tackled down there. And my goodness, they're getting some yardage now on the ground against the Cats. They're going to line it up here from inside the 5, and they're going to catch the Wildcats offside. We didn't even have our personnel changed. They snapped the football. We stuff them right there at the 5-yard line, but I'm afraid there's going to be a flag on the play because we didn't even have our personnel set and even on the right side of the line of scrimmage. Fortunately for us, they kept the flag in the pocket. It'll be second down and goal from the same spot. They snapped it early. We didn't have our guys set, and they still got stuffed. So second down and goal from the 6-yard line. They'll take their time this time, 7:44 and counting on the clock here in the third quarter. And now, every time you think we're getting somewhere in this game, the head official blows his whistle. So stops play again here. Not sure what for. Now he's going to run the clock again. So something, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. He just stopped the play for some reason. Jackson ran 4 players off and 4 players on, and kind of after that he signaled the play good to go. So for some reason he just gave them kind of like a timeout there without charging them for a timeout. So not sure. Second down and goal. The play clock is under 5 as the back judge has his hand up, and he should, because it's taken about 2 minutes, and now you're going to get the delay of game flag. After all that, you're going to get delay of game against Jackson, as that play took about 5 minutes to run, and the head official gave them a timeout by blowing the whistle and allowing all their substitutions to come in. Still get a delay of game. Back them up 5, though. Second down and goal now from the 12-yard line. From the 12, Jackson will put it in play from there. Now this time they'll come to the line with plenty of time. Johnson, the quarterback, he's in the shotgun. He's got one back in the backfield, one receiver to the left. One blocking back, and they're just going to run Johnson to the right. Straight quarterback keeper here. Orlando Holland meets him in the backfield, and they're going to call a horse collar tackle on Orlando Holland. I'm afraid he grabbed him up around the neck and head area. Looked like the Wildcats were going to stop him well short anyway, but the penalty flag comes out over there. That should be against the Cats. Let's check it. More than likely going to be a horse collar tackle on the Wildcats, and if it is, instead of being third and goal from way back, it'll be marked way down inside. But no, I guess they picked the flag up. He threw the flag down, and I guess they talked about it and said no flag. So third and goal now from the 12-yard line, same spot, no gain on the last play. Johnson, the quarterback, third and goal, 6:20 to go in the third quarter. Johnson takes the snap. They're going to run the football. No, he fires it out here left side, a little screen pass. Wildcats were getting held on the play. We're going to get a call on that one. We had a Wildcat get held at the goal line, so this was a touchdown that went in. So they're going to say this one's going to be a holding against Jackson, I'm sure, as one of the Wildcat players couldn't get over there to try to make a tackle. And this should not be a touchdown. It should be a penalty against Jackson. That defender for the Cats, I didn't get a number for the defender. He was getting held over there at the goal line. And instead of a touchdown for the Tigers, it's going to be backed up with a holding call right at the goal line. So probably going to be marked about the same spot, but instead of being a touchdown, it'll come out from the end zone all the way back to the 14-yard line. So they actually lose a net 3 yards on the play, and now you've got third down and goal from the 14. On that play call, they ran the little slip screen underneath again, and the Wildcats would have had him tackled inside the 5, but the holding call there, they were holding up a couple of Wildcats inside the 5. He got to the corner of the end zone. It would have been a touchdown without the holding call, but now third down and goal after the penalty. All the way back to the 14-yard line. Jackson may be in 4-down territory here, or they may elect to kick the field goal. Either way, you're going to get a timeout before the play calls, and it just seems like every play takes 10 minutes to run it here tonight, and you're going to get a timeout here, 6:11 to go in the third quarter. At Tailored Healthcare, the only thing we like more than seeing the Wildcats win on the field is seeing our patients have success with their health. At Tailored Healthcare, we offer a unique, individualized model of primary care that's tailored to each person's needs and circumstances. We offer traditional insurance-covered care as well as direct primary care, weight loss, and hormone replacement. We're now accepting new patients, so give them a call, 259-5929. That's 259-5929 to schedule their appointments at Tailored Healthcare. And so if you've been thinking about maybe going to see the doctor, or maybe you don't have a doctor and you're saying, hey, I need to find a doctor, well, there you go. Call Tailored Healthcare, 259-5929, and schedule an appointment. They're taking new patients right now. They're a new sponsor to the Wildcat Radio program this year, along with Birkin Chevrolet, along with Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, my friend Oscar Gray, along with Dual State Real Estate, along with American Recycling, my friend Tim Hughes, along with Farm Bureau from Baker County. All those folks help make Baker County Wildcat football possible each and every Friday night. And I haven't talked about my buddy Tim Hughes enough this year for him to give me any Jaguar tickets. Maybe he'll give some away later this year. They're going to throw the football down here on third down, and he gets a completion along the sideline, but well short of the goal line. So they were coming from the 14-yard line. They throw it down inside the 10, maybe to the 9. So it'll be a 4th down and goal from the 9-yard line is what Jackson's going to face now. So they did kick an extra point earlier, but it was not what you call a pretty kick. The Wildcats didn't have a pretty kick either on our extra point, but I'm not thinking that they're going to elect for the field goal, but it's taken them a long time to get to the line of scrimmage on their 4th down play here. So the Wildcat defense can get a big stop here on 4th down. 4th down and goal from the 9-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun, rolls to his left. He's under pressure, fires one to the end zone. It's going knocked away. Great job by the Wildcats in coverage. Davion Dean came over, broke it up. Wildcats defend, and now the Wildcats will take it over 1st down going the other way. We keep Jackson out of the end zone. 6 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. A 14-7 Jackson lead. He had a receiver. The receiver went up a little early. Davion Dean came over, swatted it away, and the Wildcat defense gets a huge stop there. Huge stop. Score update real fast from the Major League Baseball. The Phillies still on top 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd against the Padres. That's one I'll keep watching here until we're able to leave here, and I can go home and watch the rest of it on TV. So happy to see them get the leadoff home run tonight and get on the board early. Would love to see Phillies. So the way the baseball playoffs have worked this year, you had your wild card series the first weekend. Those were best-of-3 series, and then you had your division series. So if you remember, like when the Braves and the Phillies played, that was a best-of-5 contest. And now that you're in the championship series, it's best-of-7. So the two teams that emerged from the American League Championship and the National League Championship will meet each other in the World Series for another best-of-7. So you started out with a 3-game series and a 5-game series, and now a 7-game series for the National League Championship. And so the team that wins 4 games before the other team can win 4 will get to go to the World Series to face either the Astros or the Yankees. On 1st down, the Wildcats stopped on 4th down. On 1st down, the Wildcats try to run the football as we had to start inside their 10-yard line here. Maybe a yard on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 9. We need a big play to kind of turn this field position around. You'd like to see a couple of 1st downs, even if you have to punt it away on this possession. Move the ball up the field enough so that if you punt it away, they don't have great field position to start with. 2nd down play, Cat's going to run it. Good hole opens up there for Cam Smith as he fights his way out across the 10 and out near the 15-yard line. So a little bit of breathing room for the Cats there as he gets it out across the 15 to the 16. So 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Cats. Call it a long 2, but 3rd and 2, this is much more manageable for the Cats. If we can just get a couple of yards here, move the sticks, and keep this drive alive, keep the ball out of the Tigers' hands. 5 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter, going to run the football again. This is going to be Smith, and he's going to fight his way ahead, and it looks like he's going to get a 1st down near the 20. Maybe not a 1st down. I spoke too soon. It looked like he got far enough ahead for a 1st down, but he only picked up 2. Almost needed 3, and it's going to be 4th and 1, and we send the punt team in quickly. You hate to see a 3 and out from there because now you're just going to punt one away, and Jackson's standing back around midfield. They're set to get good field position here. The ball skips back to Blake Mays. He gets an end-over-end punt. It's going to come down right at midfield, take a Wildcat roll. Fielded at the 45 by Jackson, and he's going to be tackled right away. So the Cats do a great job on coverage here, and they're going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Wildcat fans listening in, it's 4:10 to go, 3rd quarter. Wildcats trailing the Jackson Tigers 14-7. And, yeah, I'm solo tonight. Just me, Jackie Baker on the road. We say hello to Jackie one more time. My partner, he's up in North Carolina for his son's baseball tournament. So if you're wondering where Jackie is, that's where he is. He'll be back next week. He told me he would never miss homecoming. Back at Memorial Stadium next week, we'll face the Fernandina Beach Pirates down there. First down and 10 now for Jackson from their own 47-yard line. Good punt for Blake Mays that time. At least with the stop down near the goal line and us having to punt it right back to them, at least we didn't give them excellent field position. So a good punt, good coverage by the special teams. But on first down here, Brooks is going to take the carry, and he's going to pick up 5. So Jackson trying to pick up where they left off a moment ago, just picking up 5 yards a pop on that running play, keeping the ball from this Wildcat offense. I'll tell you, that's one thing that Jackson's done tonight that I haven't seen many high school football teams do as well as they do. They're just a ball control offense. They just move the ball methodically against you and run clock. Move the ball, run clock. And you look up after a while and they've had the ball, and you just have no chance. Running back's going to get free here if he breaks through the left side of the line, inside the 45, inside the 30, and all the way down to the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. So Jackson now seeing some holes there against this Wildcat offensive or defensive front. And they're going to have a first and 10 inside the 25 of the Cats. We turned them away on a goal line stand a moment ago. Cat defense is going to have to stand up again to give these Wildcats a chance with the ball. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. 14-7 ball game. Johnson, the quarterback in the gun, takes the snap, gives it to his running back. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. That Wildcat defensive front, led by Tucker Thrift that time, and Seth Chestnut. Chestnut gets in there for the Cats, number 15. Lowering that helmet, big hit. Called Thrift's name a few times. Cale Cruz, some of those guys in there making some tackles for that Wildcat defensive front. Second down and 10, no gain on that play. 2:20 to go and counting here, third quarter. King Johnson, the quarterback for Jackson, he splits 3 receivers to the right. Now sends the back in motion for the 4th receiver. Tries to swing it out to him. That should be a live ball. He threw that ball backwards, but they call it incomplete. The Wildcats weren't running to it, so it would have rolled out of bounds anyway. .210 to go, third quarter, 14-7 Jackson. It looked like he definitely threw that ball backwards, looking for the running back out of the backfield. But it would have gone out of bounds because the Wildcats didn't chase after it, and the officials had blown it dead as an incomplete pass. But I don't know how that couldn't have been backwards. Either way, third down and 10 now, third down and 10. Johnson straight drop, looks to throw, fires one along the sideline, going to be out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be fourth down. So it looked like Jackson was going to roll down here again and get inside the red zone, but the Wildcats stuff them here at the 25-yard line, and it's going to be fourth down and 10 from there. Still going to be fourth down territory, I would think, for the Tigers, but fourth down and 10 is not an easy conversion. Now it looks like they're going to send their kick team in. They just take so long to do everything. I mean, they take the kicker, and he's coming in here with the tee. They're going to spot it at the 30-yard line, so this will be a 40-yard field goal from the left hash. If he hits it anywhere like he hit his extra point, he's not going to be anywhere close. But now you're going to get a timeout. I mean, they're taking forever. They're going to get a delay of game, so Jackson has to call a timeout. And let me go ahead and tell you, Wildcat fans, they're going to think about this over on the sideline, and they're going to say, we probably should just go for it. That's almost what I would bet you. But 2:04 to go here, third quarter. Cats trailing the Jackson Tigers 14-7 on the road. Jackson 6-1 on the year. These Tigers looking for a playoff spot of their own, trying to represent Jacksonville, Duval County in the playoffs this year, and Wildcats trying to do the same. If you haven't had a chance to get up to Memorial Stadium, you really should get down there for homecoming next week. If you do, take a look at what we've done to the visiting team's locker room when you're sitting in the stand We've had a chance to make some modifications to that thing over there, and we've been saying it for a long time. You know, the Cats have a good history of making the high school state playoffs, and we've made it to several different rounds on a number of occasions, district championships in different years, regional championships different years, made it to the Final Four a number of times now. And all that's represented on the visiting team's locker room now, so you can see a year-by-year breakdown of when the Cats won the district, when we won the regional title. It's all there now, so it's a really nice job by Kevin Mays to show some of that history for all these Wildcats. You know, if you played back in 1989 when we won that district championship, that team is up there on that locker room now, so you'll get a chance to see that. And it's just a good representation of what the Wildcats have done in the playoff history. So I love seeing it. My buddy Greg Harrison, he's one of the guys that's, you know, a historian, and along with myself and Coach Kevin Mays, kind of made sure we had all those years represented over the years, and all that's there now for you to see when you sit in the stadium. So on the fourth down play here, Johnson dropped back to pass. He threw one across the middle that was about 5 yards behind the receiver, but they're going to call the Wildcats for the penalty, some sort of interference there, and that's going to give them a first down. So they get bailed out by a penalty here again. And as I told you earlier, Coach Mays, we talked about the penalty situation. This Cat football team, you know, good, bad, or indifferent, this Cat football team is penalized way too often. And we get another one there that gives them a first down. They're going to run the football first down and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line, so they can pick up a first down around the 1-yard line, but we stuff him right at the line of scrimmage here. It'll be second down and 10 from there. They've got the down marker set up. I guess you could call it the 10.5-yard line. So technically they could get a first down around the half-yard line. Not sure if there's another penalty here or not. There is. It's going to be a personal foul against Jackson. So some sort of personal foul. Something happened after the play there, and Jackson's going to back up all the way to the 25.5-yard line. Call it the 26 now. My goodness, a huge break for the Wildcats there. Personal foul against this Jackson football team backs them up to the 26. And it's first down and 25 from there now. Man. Both of these teams, I guess you could say now, just suffering from this penalty bug, you know. Wildcats, you guys have heard it all night. We've been penalized like crazy. This time Jackson cost themselves 15 at the 10-yard line. My goodness. Play across the middle, though. They run it to the receiver there, and he's going to drop the football. He was open, but he might have been fearing the big hit that was coming from the Wildcats as he kind of alligator-armed it a little bit around the 10-yard line. They've run that slant pass a number of times, and they've completed it a couple times. This time it's incomplete, and it's going to be third down. So not only did they get the 15-yard penalty a moment ago, they got a loss of down on that play. So now you're looking at third down and 25 from the 25-yard line. Now, they had it lined up. They were going to run it. They were going to try to kick a 40-yard field goal. I told you when they took the time out that they wouldn't. They didn't, but from here it would be a 42-yard field goal, so I wonder if they'd try it from here. Third down, call it third and 25. Wildcats all kind of pressure, and the Wildcats are going to tip the ball at the line of scrimmage. A great play by the Wildcat defensive lineman. Orlando Holland got a hit on the quarterback. He's asking for a penalty, but that's not going to happen, and the Cats are going to stop them here. It's going to be fourth down and 25 from the 26-yard line. They really have no choice but to go for it. I mean, that's all you can do. But they've got to either score a touchdown or get it inside the 1-yard line to convert. If I'm Kevin Mays, I'm sending back 5 guys at the goal line and just stopping the play here. Love the pressure the Wildcats got on the quarterback that time. They stopped him in the backfield, got a big tip at the line of scrimmage. They were trying to set up a screen on that third and 25. Now it's fourth and 25, and you're going to get a timeout from Jackson. That's probably their last timeout of the half. They have called a number of timeouts here in the third quarter. The referee gave them one earlier. And the first quarter flew by tonight. The second quarter took forever, and now the third quarter is taking forever. Still a minute 28 on the clock here. 14-7, the Jackson Tigers on top. They face a 4th down and 25. From the Wildcat 26-yard line. So like I said, they've got to either get it inside the 1-yard line for a first down or a touchdown on this play. So anything else, and the Wildcats get the ball going the other way. We stopped them on the last possession inside the 10-yard line. On a goal line opportunity, the Wildcats turned them away. I guess you really wouldn't call it a goal line stand, but it was a turnover on downs inside the 10. So a great job by the Wildcat defense. Now, 4th and 25 from the Wildcat 26. And if I'm not mistaken, that's definitely at least the second timeout Jackson's taken this half. And we haven't even gotten out of the third quarter. Wildcats a good opportunity here. Coming down the stretch. Good opportunity if we stop them again. Go get this football and tie this game up. That's what we need to do. Trail by 7. We haven't scored since we scored on our first possession tonight. First time we touched the football, we took it right down the field, scored a touchdown. We've been held scoreless ever since then. 14-7 game. 4th down and 25, and they're going to get 5 more as their receiver leaves early, and they get a false start. False start against the Tigers. That's going to back them up all the way to the 31-yard line. So now you need 30 yards for a first down or 31 for a touchdown. Tough position to be in if you are the Jackson Tigers. That 15-yard personal foul really stopped the momentum there. 4th down and 30 from the 31-yard line of the Wildcats. King Johnson takes the snap, straight drop. He's going to scramble. He's just going to run it out of there himself, and he's going to try to get as much yardage as possible. And he goes out of bounds over there on the far sideline around the 25. So the Cats are going to get a turnover on downs. They're going to stop them around the 25-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10. I'm not sure if the coach has asked him to do that or if he just did it on his own. But King Johnson, that wasn't the smartest play. At least throw it up to the end zone, give a guy a chance to catch it. He just ran it upfield 5 yards and went out of bounds on his own. 1st down and 10 now, Cats from the 25-yard line. Blake Mays in there at quarterback for the Cats. We're going to split 2 receivers to the right side. That's Davion Dean and Silas Roden on this side. 2 receivers to the left side. You got one guy in the slot, Cam Smith in the backfield. Cam Smith's going to get the carry, and he's going to get bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that play. That was just a straight handoff, no zone read or anything. Just a straight handoff and nowhere to go. After that play, we're finally going to tick under a minute to go here in the third quarter. 14-7, Jackson leads. Wildcats with the football. 2nd down play. Going to hand it off again, and a hole opens up. Cam Smith, 35-30. Cam Smith across midfield. Cam Smith tackled in the backfield, and a 1st down for the Cats. Huge run that time as the Cats open up some breathing room and get across midfield. That run happened at just the right time as the Cats need to get something going here in the second half. 14-7, we trail. 30 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Handoff, Kanias Williams. No. Blake Mays, a little zone read to Williams. Williams was blown up on the left side, and Mays is blown up on the right side. Nothing doing. It'll be 2nd down and 9, and Mays comes out of the pile limping. Jabari Ruiz going to check into the game for Blake Mays. Wildcats out there, 2nd down, call it 9. Mays ran the zone read that time, and either way they went that time, it was going to be stuffed as Kanias Williams was hit left side, Blake Mays was hit right side. So now they're just going to let the clock run out in the third quarter. We're going to take this thing to the fourth quarter, and as far as I'm concerned, that's just what the doctor ordered. Let's move it to the fourth quarter. The Cats trail at 14-7. We'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Since 1967, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has had the goal to acquire customers and maintain their complete satisfaction throughout the business relationship. Located in McClenny with almost 60 years of serving the McClenny area, excellence has been their hallmark. Did you know that now Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning also carries Amana products? Amana has been known since 1934 as having some of the most reliable and dependable heating and air conditioning systems in the business. If you're struggling with who to call for your air conditioning service, give them a call. Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546. That's 259-6546.
And we welcome you back here to Andrew Jackson High School right here on North Main Street in Jacksonville, Florida. The Wildcats of Baker County on the road doing battle with the Andrew Jackson Tigers. Wildcats 7, Andrew Jackson 14. And the first play of the second half about to get underway here. See what we can do. Wildcats with the football. Wildcats with the football now. 3rd down and 5 from inside the 50-yard line. 3rd down, call it 5. Snap back to Jabari Lewis, going to hand it to Cam Smith, and 2 straight running plays to start this third quarter are both going to get stuffed at the line. We just couldn't get off any blocks at all, and it's going to be 4th down. So we got a big run from Smith to get us across midfield a moment ago, but now facing 4th down and about 4, Wildcats thinking about going for it. Tough call here, your Wildcat coaching staff. Throwing the football, we've thrown 2 interceptions. Only hit a couple of pass plays tonight. Tough to get anywhere against the middle of this defense, but they're going to try it anyway, and Cam Smith's going to get stuffed. I don't even know why you go for it there if that's the play you're going to run. I hate to say it because it sounds like I'm being negative against the Wildcats, but the truth is they just stuffed you twice in a row on that same play, and we come right back to it and get stuffed again. So we'll turn it over to Jackson. 10:56 to go in the ball game now. Cats. Man, we had a 2nd down. We had a 2nd down and call it 5, and we ran the same play 3 times and got stuffed all 3 and turned it over to them. It's tough to watch. 1st down and 10, going the other way. Jackson with the football, 10:56 to go. Cats need another defensive stop. The defense has been the savior of this game so far as they've stopped Jackson twice now inside the red zone in this second half. Defense has kept us in it, 14-7. Can they keep us in it any longer? 1st down play, they're going to hand it off. Running back running to the right end, and he's going to get tripped up after a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. The defense has done it all tonight. Can they keep us in this game one more time and give us a chance? Anytime we've got the ball, you got a chance for Cam Smith to bust one. Now, Jackson's got some speedy guys on their side of the field, too. He had one earlier in the game that I thought he might run away from everybody, and they chased him. Well, they didn't chase him down. They just had some guys back there in containment. So Cam Smith's probably still the fastest guy out here, but Jackson's got some guys that can run at least well enough to keep him from breaking that big long one. 2nd down play, and the quarterback Johnson's just going to keep it himself. Runs it all the way down to the Wildcat 40-yard line here as he picks up a big 1st down for this Jackson football team to the Wildcat 40. So once again, they're just living in Wildcat territory this second half, but yet no points to show for it as the Wildcat defense has done the job. From the 40, it's going to be 1st down and 10. Jackson with the football. Quarterback, King Johnson. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to the left. Now they've got 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. Wildcats show blitz, and you're going to get a flag down before the play. Somebody moved. False start against Jackson. Tell you what, there may be some kind of record for the number of flags in this game. If anybody keeps track of that kind of thing. no fun. Update from the National League Championship Series. The Padres have scored a run in the fourth inning to make it a 1-1 ball game now against the Phillies with 2 outs there. So, unfortunately for the Phillies, they're going to have to score some more. Can't win it 1-0 tonight. Jackson with the ball, first down and 15. The quarterback, Johnson, just gets the snap and goes straight ahead and gets a big hole down to the 38-yard line. Going to be a 7-yard gain there. Bring up a second down and 8. Johnson just took the snap that time, burst of speed straight ahead, down to the 38-yard line of the Cats, maybe the 37. Second down and 8 upcoming. Wildcat defense has been on the field a lot here in the second half of this game. On the field a lot. Can't get much going offensively. It's amazing to think, first possession of the game tonight, we drove right down the field. Since then, nothing. Nothing. Second down and 8. Johnson, same play. Just going to run it straight ahead. This time the Wildcats stop him for a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 5. I'm thinking that the Jackson coaching staff is thinking 4-down territory here. So you may see this play with Johnson just running straight ahead. You may see it 2 more times. That's almost what I would bet here. 3rd down play, 3rd down, call it 5 from the Wildcat 35. Johnson tries to get the Wildcats to jump. They don't jump. 3rd down play. Snap back to him, and Johnson's going to run it again. Same thing. And he's going to get the first down to the 30-yard line as he runs it. You're going to get a flag here. Knew it was coming. One of the Wildcats kind of pushed the head back of one of the Jackson players over here on the sideline, and the back judge threw it. You're going to get a personal foul against the Cats. It's another one of those nights. I tell you, Coach Mays, I don't know how many times I can say it. We have said the Wildcats needed to reduce the number of penalties, and they just have not done it. More penalties tonight, I think, than we had last week, and this is going to be a 15-yarder against the Cats after the play, personal foul going the Wildcats' way. So instead of 1st and 10 at the 30, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know the officials don't keep track of how many penalties each team has while they're on the field during the game, but if they were, they would probably try to even it up a little bit because they've definitely flagged the Wildcats twice as often as they have Jackson. But 1st down and 10, Jackson from the Wildcat 15. They've been here the whole second half, and they have no points to show for it yet. But they still have a 7-point lead, 14-7. Running back's going to get the carry. He fights his way inside the 10, and now they do. On 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line, Brooks is going to take it 15 yards for the Jackson touchdown, and they're on top 20-7 against this Wildcat football team. He was hit right at the 15, made his way down to the 12, hit again. He broke a couple of tackles and just came free about the 10-yard line and went to the end zone. So Jackson's in good shape now, a 2-score lead against these Cats with 7:15 to go in the ball game. Wildcats were down 2 scores last week against Julie and came back to win it, but this Jackson defense a little bit tougher than what we saw last week at Yulee. Not that Yulee didn't have a good football team. They did. But this Jackson team, a tough defense. You've heard it all night. And now the extra point makes it 21-7. 7:15 to go in the ball game. Let's send it back to John Meadows at the stadium for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual Estate Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
We live in the small towns of North Florida, and we deserve only the finest in healthcare. We're fortunate to have that right here in McClenny at Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital. Here, we receive personalized treatment options that focus on wellness. It's reassuring to know that our doctors are just as qualified as larger hospitals, and our medical technology is the best available. Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital at Baker County Medical Services. The best part? They treat you like family.
Well, sometimes when you go to a football game on Friday nights or on Saturdays or on Sundays, sometimes the other team just gets the best of you. And right now, the Wildcats about 7 minutes away from finding that out. Jackson 21, the Wildcats 7. Jackson scores here to go on top by 2 scores, approaching the end of this ball game, 7 minutes to go. Really, the Wildcats defense has played an excellent half, or it would be worse than that. Jackson had the ball inside the 10. We turned them away. They had the ball inside the 20. We turned them away. They did have a big 15-yard penalty on that possession. But the third time is the charm for Jackson as they're able to get this one into the end zone. So first score of the second half for the Tigers. They had a 14-7 lead at the half, and now 21-7 lead. Cam Smith's going to try to return the kickoff here. And the Jackson guys corral him up around the 30, so the Wildcats will start at first down and 10 from the 29-yard line. My goodness. Wildcats are going to have to score quickly tonight. We were down 2 scores against Yulee last week, but that was much more one of those, both teams kind of moving up and down the field kind of game. This game is not that way at all. Both of these defenses have been entrenched right there at the line of scrimmage, and it's a tough line of scrimmage battle here tonight. Jackson just getting a little bit of the better of it right now. First down and 10 from the 29-yard line. May is going to hand it to Kanias Williams, and Kanias is running backwards. He's back to the 20. We started at the 29, and they're going to tackle him all the way back to the 22-yard line. My goodness. Just not getting off the blocks up front, and the Jackson defenders were in the backfield. That's not Kanias' fault. He just had nowhere to go. Loss of 6 on the play. Second down play, going to run it with Cam Smith this time, and he's going out to the 25. And now you're going to get another flag against the Cats as one of our offensive linemen just sat on top of one of the Jackson players and acted like he was swimming or something. I don't know. So that's going to be 15 more yards. Oh, my goodness. Bad to worse here in the fourth quarter. Bad to worse. And that's going to be 15 against the Cats. I'll back them up. Six and a half to go. Reminder, next week we'll be back at home. Wildcats will have homecoming and senior night next week on Friday night right there at Memorial Stadium, as we'll host the Fernandina Beach Pirates from over there in Fernandina Beach, Florida. We got several of those Nassau County teams in our district this year. We've had West Nassau and Yulee last week, and now we get Fernandina Beach. And they'll bring their group over there next Friday night. See if these Wildcats can regroup and do something back at home. Jabari Ruiz, pump fake at the line of scrimmage, and now he's under pressure, going to fire one out here. He's got Cam Smith catch made, but we've got a long way to go for a first down if he's going to get stopped at the 20-yard line. Cam trying to make some guys miss there. About 8 yards on the play, but we're going to be facing a third down and still need 20 after all the penalties and everything else. Actually, it's fourth down, so they'll let us punt it away here and go back on defense. Blake May stands back around the 5-yard line where he'll get the ball. 21-7, Jackson leads. We'll be under 5 minutes to go after this possession. Low snap again, and Blake May is able to scoop this one up. Nobody back to return the punt for Jackson. They'll just take a Wildcat roll. We'll down it at the 43-yard line. So 5:36 to go. Jackson's going to take over here at their own 45 or so. The Wildcats back on defense. So it's been tough here in the second half. I tell you, both teams scored early in this game. It was a 14-7 game at the locker room. Both teams coming out fighting hard in that third quarter. I told you, it's a line of scrimmage struggle here tonight. The Wildcat defense, though, turned Jackson away a couple of times in that third quarter. Really, really playing well on the defensive side of the ball, but as many times as the Wildcats have been on defense here tonight, and as much time as that defense has been out there, they just couldn't muster another stop a moment ago, and Jackson was able to go in for the only touchdown here in the second half, and it made it a 21-7 ball game. That's where we stand. Jackson's going to have the football and a couple of first downs here, and if the Wildcats don't use any timeouts or anything like that, we're going to be hopefully running this 5 minutes out of here. Right up and down, straight up and down 9 o'clock here, Eastern time. Jackson with the football now. Johnson going to throw it to the left side, and he's going to get it picked off. Wildcats, a huge play by the cornerback over there to go up in the air. I'm not sure if that was Dean or not. It might have been Josh Holmes. One of the two got an interception over there on the far sideline, and the Cats are going to get the ball back. So it's not over yet, folks. Quarterback that time, Johnson. I don't know why you're throwing the football up 14 with 5 minutes to go in the game, but they were trying to throw the football there, and he just threw it up. He threw it way high in the air, and not sure what that was about. Wildcats with the ball now. May is going to hand it off to Cam Smith. Cam Smith's going to go 45-40, inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Cam Smith's going to get a first down for the Cats here. So never say die with this Cat football team. We were down 9 last week with less time than this. If we could get a quick score, you just never know. Defense has kept them in it. Trail by 14 right now, though. 21-7 ball game. Blake Mays in there, first down and 10 from the 35. Mays fakes the pass. Now he's going to run it himself, and now he just floats one downfield, and that was ill-advised. I'm not sure what Blake Mays was thinking there. He should have just went ahead and ran it. That looked like one of those Patrick Mahomes plays, but not quite the same result. Second down and 10. They'll call it an incomplete pass as he kind of just shoveled it ahead. Kind of funny-looking play if you want to go back and look at that one on tape tomorrow. Second down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Mays in the gun, takes the snap, going to give it. No, he's going to run the option right. Mays keeps it himself, and he gets drilled up around the 25-yard line, but a nice run. Fake the option, toss to the right side, cut it upfield, and Blake Mays is going to be 7 yards upfield. It'll be 3rd and 3. And the Wildcat offensive line moves, and we're going to give them back 5 yards. There just is no prosperity for this Wildcat football team. You take 2 steps forward, you take 1 step back every time. Pick up 7, we're going to lose 5 on the penalty. It's just the way it is. If you go back, I'm going to talk to Coach Mays Monday night on our dependable heating and air conditioning coaches show, and we're going to talk about the penalty situation for this team. I mean, we've had 15-yarders, we've had 5-yarders, we've had 10-yarders, you name them. We've had every single penalty that you can have tonight, and some of them we've had twice, some of them we've had 2 or 3 times. It has been unfortunate from that perspective. Mays in the gun, takes the snap on 3rd down here, rolling to his right, throws it downfield. That pass is going to be caught along the far sideline down there. The official came in and said it was a catch, and that's going to be a first down for the Cats. I don't know who caught it, but Mays threw it down there, and the guy caught it. So first down Cats, and we're inside the 25 or so with less than 5 minutes to go in this game. Mays in the gun, takes the snap, gives it to Cam Smith, and Cam Smith bottled up right there. Not a lot of room to run. Clock's going to run, though. We're going to be under 4 minutes to go here. The Cats are going to have to hurry. There really hasn't been any urgency from either offense tonight. Neither team has really moved. Sometimes Jackson has gone to an up-tempo when it was, one of those situations where they're trying to catch you. But other than that, I mean, both of these teams have taken forever to get the ball snapped, get the play off. And the Cats again here. After the first down run, I mean, we're moving guys around. We're waiting on the play call to come in. I mean, it's just, you got to have some urgency, and we don't have it. Second down play. Mays is going to run it to the left side. He fakes the option toss. Now he's going to look to toss it, and he's going to get drilled and buried in the backfield. That option play just never developed, and the Cats are going to face a third down here with 3.5 to go, and one of the Jackson players is shaken up, and you're going to get an injury timeout. He's going to get up under his own power, so he's all right. He's jogging off. And they'll have a sub come in, and it'll be for second down. They've got second down on the down marker, but that can't be right. Maybe it is. We threw a pass down the field. We ran the option play there. Wildcats players are still on the sideline here trying to get the play call in from the coach, but we're taking a lot of time. Got to hurry. Davion Dean going to check back in on the offensive side this time. And the Wildcats just taking too long here. I don't know what's going on. Davion Dean has actually checked in there at quarterback now on second down, and he fumbles the football right away, then picks it up and runs straight ahead. Snap was back to Dean, and he fumbled it, picked it up, went straight ahead, and was tackled. Maybe a couple yards on the play. Not much, if anything. 2 yards, third down. Dean stays in there. Now a flag down. My goodness. Got 12 guys on the field. No, unsportsmanlike conduct is what you're going to get called. I'm not sure what that was on, but they call unsportsmanlike conduct against Jackson. And that's going to give the Wildcats a first down here. Trailing 21-7, but now new life. Well, it won't give us quite a first down. It's going to be third down and 1, just inside the 10. And I'm sorry if the game sounds boring to folks at home, but it kind of has been here. It takes a long time to go from play to play, and the Cats are on third and 1 are just trying to run it up the middle, and Jackson stuffs us, and we're not going to get the first down there. It's going to bring up fourth down. Clock's going to run under 2 minutes to go in the ball game, and if the Wildcats are able to convert the first down here, that'd be great, but Blake Mays fumbles the snap. Now he's running for his life to the right side, fires it down near the goal line, and it's going to be a touchdown. Somehow or another, the Wildcats are able to escape disaster there, and Blake Mays rolling to his right finds a Wildcat receiver down near the goal line, and a touchdown on the play. He got it out there to number Wildcat. It's just so far across the field you can't even see the numbers, but that was number 4, Derek Major. Derek Major gets the catch. Nope, 5, Josh Holmes. I still couldn't read the number. Number 5, Josh Holmes gets the touchdown for the Cats. So Cam Smith's got a touchdown, and now Josh Holmes has a touchdown, and Blake Mays has a touchdown pass. So with 1:43 to go in the game, the Wildcats are going to cut the lead to 21-14 as Mays drills the extra point this time. And it's 21-14 with 1:43 to go. My goodness. And the Cats, that was nothing short of kind of a miracle play. The snap was dropped by Mays, rolls out to his right, somehow or another finds Josh Holmes inside the 5. He makes the catch and goes into the end zone. And the Wildcats escape turning that one over, and now it's a 7-point game. So you're going to get an onside kick for the Wildcats here. And basically what you're going to have is onside kick to end this game, 143. And Cats get the ball back here. We've got some life. If Jackson gets the ball on this onside kick, they can run the clock out, basically. Both teams used about 6 timeouts already this half, so I don't think anybody's got a timeout. If they do, then nobody's keeping track. .143 to go in the ball game, 21-14. Wildcats answered back with the Blake Mays touchdown pass to Josh Holmes. We're struggling to get personnel in here for this onside kick. Wildcats had an onside kick that we recovered to start the second half. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do anything with it. Here we go. Orlando Hollins in the middle of the field there. This is kind of the same setup we had on that onside kick before. Mays is going to kick it this side. It's going to roll all the way down here. They hit it, but he kicked it too far down the field. The Jackson guys are going to get a hold of it, and they're going to be able to run this clock out. 21-14, 1:39 to go in this football game, and this game has gone on forever and ever, and I don't know another way to describe it. Normally, when you got a 21-14 football game, I'd sit here and tell you, man, it's been a great game back and forth, but this is not. Wildcats back at home next week. Hopefully, 7 o'clock Friday night kickoff. It'll be senior night, and it'll be homecoming night down there at Memorial Stadium. So a lot of festivities this week, no doubt, for homecoming. I know all those seniors for these Wildcat, whether you're a football player or not, whether you're in the band, whether you're a cheerleader, whatever, I know all those seniors will be excited for homecoming. They always are, and it should be a fun week this week, but the Wildcats going to have to regroup, get it back together on the football field, and try to come back out next week and get a big win. So Wildcats going to take one on the chin here tonight. 1.5 minutes to go in a football game, and the clock's going to be running here in a moment. And John Meadows, they asked us, we're in a special parking spot over here on the right side, so they asked us to try to vacate that parking lot as fast as possible. So once the game's over, I'll send it back to you. I want to thank our sponsors again, Birkin Chevrolet, Oscar Gray down there at Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, my friend Robbie Lancaster and Tailored Healthcare, my friend Tim Hughes, American Recycling for sure, Sabrina Thrift, the folks down there at Dual State Real Estate, and Jack Baker and Justin Webb at Baker County Farm Bureau. I want to thank all of them. Listen in Monday night, 7 o'clock, for the Baker County Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show. Talked to my friend Oscar Gray this week. I said, what's new in the air conditioning world, you know? And he said, hey, Mike, you need to tell those folks we're in a Amana dealer. I don't know if you guys have heard of Amana, but Oscar, those guys are selling Amana products down there now, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning. They may have been doing that for a while, but he was telling me about these Amana products. And if you're interested in that, give Oscar a call. But 1:21 to go now. Jackson just trying to run this thing out. And a couple more plays, and we'll be out of here. So, John Meadows, once I send it back to you, we'll be done. Wildcats, a big comeback last week, 9 points down in the second half. Not going to be the same result here tonight. The Cats are going to fall on the road. We'll move to 5-3 on the season, and Jackson's going to move to 7-1. What a year they're having, 7-1. And they're going to get a 21-14 win against us Wildcats here on their home field. And I'll give you an update from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania now. Into the 4th inning, the Wildcats pick up the Phillies pick up 2 runs that inning and take a 3-1 lead to the 5th inning. So if you're watching that game like I will be in a few minutes, go Phillies. Thanks to all the folks who listened in tonight. Again, congratulations to the Lady Wildcat volleyball team. They got a big win last night against Wakulla in our home gym, a 5-set win for a district championship for Coach Ashley Tyson and those Wildcat volleyballers. So congratulations to them. And they'll face, I'm not sure who they face, but they'll be at home Tuesday night in the Wildcat Gym, 6 o'clock for the regional playoff. And then we'll see where they go from there. So hopefully they can do that. That was the first Wildcat volleyball team district championship in 25 years, all the way back to 1997, I believe. So congratulations to that team. Wish them well next week. And then also congratulations once again to that middle school Bobcat team that won the championship this past week. Undefeated team. Got the big win at home against Oakleaf. That team, that middle school team, those are your future Wildcats now. And that Bobcat team, undefeated throughout the season, won the championship. So congratulations to those guys. Kenneth Roberts, Tucker Roberts, all those guys that coached down there with the middle school. Great job, as always. So under a minute to go here, and Wildcats are going to send nobody back on this punt, and Wildcats are going to call a timeout. If we had one, why didn't we burn it like 20 seconds ago? I don't understand that. So technically on the clock, we've got 56 seconds left to go here. Seconds on the clock. Jackson. I thought they were back there in punt formation, but seriously, there's a first down marker out there, so the game is technically over. I don't know. I guess we just called timeout. Not sure. All right, 21-14. Jackson's going to get the win here. They take the snap. The quarterback kneels down, and they're going to run out the rest of this clock. So I want to thank all the Wildcat sponsors that have made it possible. I want to thank all you folks for listening in. All the Wildcat fans back at home. Tell you good night, everybody. Wildcats on the short end tonight, 21-14. We'll see you back at Memorial Stadium next Friday night as the Wildcats host Fernandina. Good night, everybody.